This program is paid for by Investor Schooling. All opinions or statements
Here we go.
are solely those of Investor Schooling or their guests and do not reflect the opinions of WPHT or Odyssey.
WPHT, WPHT-HD, WOGL.
You're hot.
Yeah. From the Cherry Hill Volvo Studios, where relationships matter. Always live on the free Odyssey app. The Larry Steinhouse Show.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Larry Steinhouse Show. All right, I always get interrupted in the intro by Omri, and I got to tell you right now, Omri is dancing to the music that's being played. Why is Omri dancing to the music, Debbie?
I'm excited.
Omri's hammered.
Omri's hammered.
I'm not hammered.
He's a little
hammered.
bit lit. He's a little bit lit.
He brought in a bottle. Hold on, let me see how many ounces this is. Hold on.
It's a 10%.
He brought in a bottle. Let's see. It's
and how much was in it?
Watermelon margarita, right?
Yeah, watermelon strawberry margarita.
Strawberry
actually.
margarita.
That's why it
And
wasn't
I
good.
can't see 750 milliliter bottle,
And it's gone.
and it's gone.
Was it full?
No, it was not full. It was up to here.
It wasn't.
It was almost full.
Okay, there was barely a quarter of a bottle there.
No, there was
the time-
three-quarters of a
There
bottle.
was barely.
When you came in, there was three-quarters of a bottle.
By the time I came in, there was
Right.
maybe an inch from the
Right.
top.
So,
and the bottom left.
for the new listeners that don't know what happened and are banging to the side of their radio set because they don't understand what's going on, this is the Larry Steinhouse Show when we are broadcasting to you from the Investor Schooling headquarters here in Bucks County.
Headquarters.
Headquarters?
What did I say?
Headquarters.
What did I say?
Just
Head
drank a
court.
quart.
No, I didn't. I said headquarters.
What?
Here.
Again, you want to talk about how to fix Windows and we will be thrown away from the air?
Here you go, Army. Go ahead.
That was funny.
Go ahead.
No, I'm really.
Go ahead.
Oh, there you
Go ahead. Here you go. Go ahead. Read it.
Sure. It's a bit in
Can
an
you read
angle.
it? Is it too
Good
small?
afternoon and welcome to the Larry Steinhouse Show. We are broadcasting live from the Investor Schooling headquarters in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. I am not Larry Steinhouse, thank God, the CEO of Investor Schooling. Now I am here to make financial education accessible for everybody and fun. There is no doubt we are fun. This show discusses several ways. I'm sorry. We need to tilt the screen. I don't see it well. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, on this show, we discuss several ways of making more money. We concentrate on real estate investing, stock option trading, the stock market, and how to maximize your retirement funds. You can call us anytime during the show at
855-939-1137. That was Debbie laughing. That's 855-939-1137. Everybody don't understand that it's 855. Yeah, you're the 1137 guy. No, I'm the 855-939-1137 guy. Nobody remember the beginning of the number for some reason.
So I heard something a long time ago that you just proved.
Okay.
So a lot of times people, and this relates to money for a second, but I'll bring it back to you, okay?
Sure.
Okay. So a lot of times people say, when people get money, they become whatever, jerks, whatever, right? They become, I don't know. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
So I often say that that's not true. What happens is money to somebody generous and somebody nice, money just amplifies them.
I agree.
Right? And the same thing with alcoholics. If an alcoholic is a really nice person and they drink, somebody drinks, right? What happens? They become a friendly drunk.
A friendly drunk.
So you have just proved that you are a very friendly drunk.
I'm not drunk at all. I don't know why you even consider that.
You have a lot to drink.
No, and this bottle was barely a quarter there, and half of it was water because it's too sweet for me to drink.
All right, so hold on here. I just want to continue the intro.
Sure, it's very important.
Of course. We are also live, by the way, if you're listening, we're live on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And please say hi. And, of course, your number one fan has already said hi.
Kimi!
Right? Of course. I'm here with my awesome co-host, Dr. Deb Anderson, and Omri Morad, also known as the Drunken Immigrant. We also have our sweet
producer,
Glenn
Page.
Ready to take your calls and put you on the air to discuss finances, real estate, the stock market, and even politics. So give us a call at
855 855-939-1137. That's 855-939-1137.
And the Larry Steinhouse Show is brought to you by Investor Schooling. At Investor Schooling, we teach you things about money I'll bet you never knew. We focus on practical learning, and we will equip you with real-world skills in real estate investing, stock options, tax-saving tips, and the secrets of financial freedom. Our headquarters are right here in Bucks County, but our online courses teach eager investors all over the country. RSVP for a free class this Thursday night at investorschooling.com. All right, we finally got to the intro.
We did it.
And you are still drunk.
Whatever you want to say. So I want to tell you something about our recent Thursday night class that
Yes.
I feel was awesome.
Okay, I'm listening.
Was awesome.
Awesome. So this was the Thursday night class 3 days ago?
3 days ago.
Great, fantastic.
And it was 2 days ago. And it was extremely awesome. And we really enjoyed it.
Wait, before you do, Glenn just sent us a message saying that
What?
there's a guy named Rich who is a friendly drunk. Let's talk to Rich. Rich, tell us about how being a friendly drunk.
Are you serious? What's going on here today?
What I was saying was take it from a very friendly drunk and a very loudmouth drunk.
Okay.
And I know my own, and I hear a very friendly drunk on the other side.
So are you in your car? Hold on, Rich, hold on. Rich, are you in your car?
I'm in my truck.
Can you put it off speaker because it's really hard to hear you?
Hold on.
So-
how about now? Is that better?
That's definitely better. Yeah.
Rick, I just want to make
Rich,
it very
actually,
clear. Have you just diagnosed me by just listening to me as a friendly drunk? From a distance.
Yes, I can do that. I have that power. It's a superpower. It's because when I was a kid, we used to take enormous risks and drink from rusty pipes in the ground. So we got superpowers. Those of us that grew up in Derby. So.
You're one of those, huh? You're one of those Delco people, huh?
And exactly, I was about to say. Immediately,
Delco. If you're going to live in Delco, you have to say a few words correctly, or we'll pick you right out. Darby is not Darby; it's Dorby.
It's Dorby.
You have to put marbles in
And
your
how do you
mouth.
say that
Hold
word
your lips
when you protect your home? You use home.
I'm not sure which one you're going
You
for.
protect
I
it.
have to
They
get
give
it
you
from the
money
border.
when you have a claim. What's it called? The company called? The type of company called?
Big company. I don't know. What insurance? I don't think
Oh,
anybody in Delco
he didn't
has
say insurance.
Uh,
Or is that a Jersey
But you
thing?
gotta
Maybe.
go for the water.
Never
In
mind.
Bucks County, you have a creek. You have Neshaminy Creek. However, in Darby, we have Darby Creek.
There you go. We're getting an awesome lesson
Everything
here.
below Baltimore Pike.
I only know about Darby Crooks, but okay, whatever you say.
I hear crick. I hear people say cricks all the time. So.
Hey, Rich, we didn't even get a chance to say that we were going to give out money multiplier tickets.
Yeah.
I mean, money hacks tickets for next week. I know I can still do it. So we have an event all day next week that we were about to say that if anybody called in, they can get their tickets. Would you like free tickets to this event? We'd love to see you.
I would absolutely.
And if you drink
Anything
whiskey, we
with
have
money
plenty of it
sounds
here.
Good to me because I'm broke.
Oh, well, that's okay. You'll come and have fun. That's all right. No worries. And but anyway,
Yeah.
at the same time, we have lots of whiskey, so you'll definitely enjoy yourself.
Each one of us, Rick,
I am so there.
each one of us was broke one time. And that's exactly,
I am
love.
descendant
Did you
of
let him
whiskey
finish?
stock. So
I'm sorry. Say it again, Rich. Our army was interrupting you this
I'm a
time.
descendant of whiskey stock. I have Irish and Scottish, and
Oh, okay.
so I can go either way on the whiskey, or blended is fine. Canadian's fine. It doesn't matter.
There you go. Excellent. All right. So we're going
All
to give
good.
you tickets to the Money Hacks event next week. And at the Money Hacks event, just so you know, just so you can get really, really excited, we're going to be teaching you ways to be your own bank. We're going to teach you ways to buy houses with no money. And you said you had no money, so you fit right in. We're going to teach you how to invest in the stock
Right.
market. We're going to teach you all kinds of great things, including how to buy mobile homes and mobile home parks.
And we'll motivate you to stop saying, I am broke.
Yes, exactly.
Because when you say to yourself, I am broke, that's the worst thing you
I
can
am
tell.
financially broke, but I am a rich man. My name is Rich, and I am wealthy. I am wealthy with humor and personality. Trust
You ever
me.
notice that somebody, when they use the word rich and wealthy, and they use it with anything else than money, that means they're really broke?
It doesn't
I am
matter.
broke, but I see I'll cop to that.
It doesn't matter. We will help you.
I admit it.
We will help you to get out of that.
Yeah, we'll
If
change
I had
that.
2 pennies to rub together, I'd make more noise.
Ray, are you a comedian?
You have to come to the Money Multiplier.
It's the money,
Money
hacks.
hacks.
Money Hacks. We changed the name.
We changed the name, so we keep going to the old name.
I know, all the time. We need to see you there because you sound like an awesome person.
And we'll even give you a book if you remind us to give you a book when you come. We just can't give a book to everybody who comes. So if you remind us,
It's in Bucks County.
yeah.
Bucks County. You're in Bucks County,
We're
right?
in Bucks County. We're in Langhorne, 108 Corporate Drive East is our address, but don't worry about that. Glenn's going to take your information, and I think Debbie's going to call you tomorrow on Monday.
I don't know.
All right.
Maybe
Debbie will try to
Tuesday.
call you tomorrow.
And the
She's got a
event-
very
what
busy day
what
Monday.
is the event, did you say, Larry?
It's Saturday, all day Saturday next week. Next Saturday the 17th.
Oh, okay.
We'll even buy you lunch.
And we'll even buy you lunch. Yeah, and if you're broke, you could
Oh,
use
this
a
is
free
getting
lunch.
better. Buying me lunch too, and I'm a fat guy, so this is really getting
We're only
better.
buying you one sandwich, man. I'm sorry. It's not. This isn't the all-you-can-eat buffet where they go, "You'll be here for an hour. You need to leave now."
Yeah, don't come with a cooler to fill it up.
Oh my
I
goodness,
will
your
make do.
jokes, the two of you
So,
are like terrible.
Rick, by the way, do you know where a person from Darby that is getting high is going to, right?
See, again, you said Darby, but we say Dorby.
It's Dorby. Do you know where
Dorby.
a person that is going
Dorby.
a person from Dorby that is getting high? Do you know where they go to,
Everybody
right?
that knows me in Darby right now, the people, if there's anyone listening in Darby that grew up with me right now, they're either laughing or preparing to come out and find me because I'm revealing all the secrets.
Dude, you got to do stand-up, man. This is great.
Yeah.
Now, what were you trying to say, Omri?
No, I wanted to know if he knows when a person from Dorby is getting high, where do they go?
That's it.
They go to Upper
Wait a minute, I'm
Dorby.
sorry, a person from
Let him
Dorby
finish. Let him
does
finish
what?
the
What was
joke.
it?
He didn't hear you. Let him try to answer
I'm
it.
sorry.
It was my joke.
But let him finish it. Let him try to answer the joke. Go ahead. Say it again, Omri. He didn't hear the answer,
I
although
can't.
everybody else did, but he didn't.
I didn't hear the whole thing.
Go ahead.
You did
Be
hear?
quiet now. That's
Let him pick. Let him pick the answer.
You did hear the whole
No,
thing,
he
but
didn't.
you
Go
didn't.
ahead. He heard everything but the punchline.
So I ask if you know when a person from Dorby is getting high, where are they going to?
Where does somebody from Darby go to get high?
Where do they go to? I give up.
They go to Upper Dorby.
Or was it a legitimate? That's all right because we call East Lansdowne Upper Yaden.
Upper what?
I don't
All
know.
kinds of euphemisms.
I have no idea what
Big
he's
Delco
talking about.
stuff. See, you're not privy to it. And now I probably said too much about it.
Listen, I can't think about going through this week waiting to meet you on Saturday. You have to be here on Saturday. I'm not kidding.
He will whisper the phone number in your ear too, right? Go ahead.
That's 855
Jesus.
939.
See, once you do, you'll
Wait. Hold on. Hold on. Rich, hold on.
You need the show, Rich. You need the show.
Rich, hold on. You need to listen. He's going to whisper the phone number in your ear. Go ahead.
That's 855 939 1137. Are you pregnant yet?
Let me try it exactly that way. Give me a shot at it.
You know, Glenn, I'm thinking.
Okay.
I don't know if I should say get back
here
on
goes.
track. Or just
No,
move
you
forward or
shouldn't
what.
say
I don't
Wait,
even
do
know
it.
what to say.
Can we stop this?
11:37.
Woo!
Ocho, cinco, cinco. Seis, siete.
So you see,
Where was I? Oh, uno, tres, siete.
Ooh, very nice. Very good. So believe it or not, we actually have
That's all
some.
the Spanish I got though.
We got to kick you off because we got somebody on the phone who has a real question about finance. And and since we've been 15 minutes on the show goofing around, we might actually have to go to something that's financial. So, Rich, we look forward to seeing you next
okay,
week.
That's fine. But you guys are going to send somebody to 302 me soon, right?
yes.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
302?
Do you know what 302 means?
No.
You put him in a mental hospital.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Everybody knows that but you. Wait. How is it that
I'm pretty fast. I got to warn you, I'm pretty wiry and faster.
Wait,
When they are running after you with the white coats, don't run.
and how is it that everybody knows what a 302 is except for the doctor?
Except from the doctor. Rick, thank you very much for calling. You
is disturbing.
did a great service
Yes.
by proving that I'm actually not drunk. And we are going to the next listener. Jim, how are you?
What's up,
Oh,
Jim?
you guys are having too good a time.
You see?
Yeah, you're not going to bring us down now, are you? Are you, Jim?
Well, I have two questions. One's a real estate question, and Larry, I know you're a bit of a political junkie. I have a political question as well.
All right. Debbie got all upset about
I know,
Which do you want
because
first?
it's like an hour and a half later. He's still going to be on
Th-
politics.
that's the reason we ask for a 2-hour show, by the way.
that. So we can have the drunken caller before you, Jim,
Exactly.
and then we can talk about politics too, and
Exactly.
still have a lot of time to talk about finances.
Financial, yeah.
What's up, Jim?
Which do you want first, the real estate or political question?
Let's do.
It's up to Debbie. Wait, I'm gonna let Debbie pick. Which one? The real estate
Real
one or
The
the
estate.
real estate one, because then I could cut you off with the politics if it
Yeah.
All right.
Go,
gets
go,
to
go
the
for
question.
it.
Ask your question.
Do you recommend using a Roth account to purchase and turn over real estate properties so that you can avoid capital gains taxes?
That's an awesome idea. It's a fabulous
course.
idea. It's one of the best ideas ever, assuming you don't need any income from the property while you're flipping it or while you're doing whatever you're doing with it. So it's an excellent idea because you could turn $100,000 into $300,000 very quickly if you renovate a property. But just remember one thing.
The limitations.
What?
The limitations of what is allowed to do.
Right, exactly. That's where I'm going.
Okay.
You know what they are?
Yeah.
Go ahead, explain it.
You are not allowed to do anything related directly to the property. You need to use a third party.
Right. So in other words, you can't actually go to Home Depot with your Home Depot credit card that's not in your business, your IRA's name. If it's not in your IRA's name, you can't go there, buy cabinets, put them in. You're not allowed to do that. You have to make sure that the IRA pays for everything.
So everything has to be in the Roth IRA's name, is what you're saying.
Correct.
Well, no. The Roth IRA has to have the money to do it. So in other words, if the Roth IRA has $100,000 and you buy a $75,000 property, you have a maximum of $25,000
For the
to
renovation.
renovate the property. However, there is a loophole, and the loophole is your IRA can borrow money from someone else to add to it. So in other words, like if you want to borrow $100,000 from Dr. Deb, for example, and now you have $100,000 that you had in your IRA, it doesn't matter, traditional or Roth, the rules are just different. But it can go in your traditional Roth. You have $100,000, and Dr. Deb now lends you $100,000. First of all, that loan has to be what's called non-recourse. It means that you can't personally guarantee it; only the property can back it. So that's the first thing. So sometimes it's hard to get a loan, but most private investors don't care because they understand the value of the property. Now, when you take your $100,000, you bought the property, you have the other $100,000 that you borrowed, and whatever, you put $200,000 into this property, and you now sell this property for $300,000. The $50,000 of the $100,000 profit is taxable, and the other $50,000 is not taxable.
Why?
Because
By
you
the
took
way?
money. Because you took money from outside the IRA.
But it's a loan.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You took money from outside the IRA and put it into the IRA, and then you have to account for it. So
Okay.
50% of it is taxable. So just keep that in mind. But the
That's a good
idea,
point.
but the idea of putting it into it's actually called something. It's actually called business income expense. I think it's called business income expense. I forget. It's funny. All this stuff goes through my head, Jim, and it pushes other stuff out at this point. You know what I mean? So I forget the names of stuff, but the process that I told you is correct. So just keep that in mind if you do it. But it is a great idea to do flips in your IRA. I know a guy who went from $50,000 to almost $1 million in his Roth IRA by doing that.
Where the money that you earn, right? I will ask it differently. Can you pull a salary from the IRA? You can.
No, you cannot benefit from yourself.
Exactly. Now,
Yeah.
the other question I have for you is, I was under the impression that when you have an IRA, a Roth IRA, you can't do any of the job yourself.
Right, you can't touch
You
it.
have to
Right.
hire somebody
Correct.
else, like a
Correct.
management
Correct.
company, to run it for you.
Correct. The joke is you can't even screw in a light bulb.
Yeah.
And it's true. I mean, you can't, but
Yeah.
you really can't. You can't do anything yourself. You have to hire people, and everything has to be paid out of the IRA.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Now you had a political question. I know Dr. Deb can't wait. Matter of fact, I think you should ask Dr. Deb directly what it is.
And then I'll decide whether or not we answer it. How's that?
All right, but Larry, it applies to you. I don't know if you saw today's New York Times Siena poll that came out today for Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I saw it.
I didn't see it. No.
Harris is now ahead by 4 points, and
Yeah.
I blame you directly, Larry.
It's my fault.
Because what happened was you made Shapiro an absolute star in Philadelphia in Pennsylvania with now a 61% approval rating. And you know why he got that? Because he beat that guy, that bozo that you went for, and it made Shapiro a lot more than he really is. And now we're gonna win Pennsylvania because of that bum. And of course Casey's killing.
All right,
McCormick.
Let him go. Let him go. Let him rant.
Shapiro is the least of our problems.
No, it is not the least of your problems because Pennsylvania is such a key state in this election. And Larry, you blow it.
So first of all, you think that me being on the radio at the time, 1 hour a week, got pushing Mastriano was the reason that Shapiro got voted in? That doesn't even make any sense.
Larry, you have a lot of influence.
I don't even have influence over Dr. Deb and Omri.
I had problems with Mastriano myself back then because when the money fiasco came out about who actually funding his campaign, it was a problem.
Why?
As
Who's
a Jewish
funding his campaign?
Groups that are very anti-Semitic.
That's not true.
It was true back then.
It's not true.
Okay.
First of all, I'm friends with Doug Mastriano. And Doug Mastriano is he is so pro-Jew and so pro-Israel.
I agree.
It's amazing.
I agree. And I believe he can do anything.
You do know why, right? Hey, Jim, you do know why Harris didn't pick Shapiro, right?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you. Well, why do you think? I'll give you the benefit. You give your reason first.
The reason is she can't destroy Israel if there's a Jewish vice president
or husband, huh?
And I will tell you that the real reason was because Shapiro had no intention of being a number two.
Yeah, I figured that too, but I like my answer better because it's really true. What's going to happen if Harris gets in? Israel is in really deep trouble. Really deep trouble. And now, Israel in deep trouble. We're in deep trouble. Here, check this out. Let me see if I get this to work. I'm not even sure if I get it to work. Let's see if I get it to work.
So
it's no longer in a physical place. So you're now no longer are you necessarily keeping those private files in some file cabinet that's locked in the basement of the house. It's on your laptop, and it's then therefore up here in this cloud that exists above us, right? It's no longer in a physical place. So you're now no longer are you necessarily keeping those private files.
Okay, so I have to say one thing.
What is she talking about?
She's talking about cloud computing.
Yeah, I get it.
Right. I have to say one thing. If you call Kamala Harris a moron, you're insulting morons.
No, but she talk about privacy? That's the point?
No, she's talking about cloud. She's talking about...
No.
Isn't it amazing how you can keep stuff in a cloud that's above your head?
Yeah, I get it. But
could she be that dumb?
It's a metaphor, whatever it is. My question
It's not a metaphor. She's really that dumb.
Okay. I don't get what she wants with that. Everything... what did she say, actually, right now? That there is a privacy issue?
No, she was just saying that it's amazing how the cloud, you don't have to store stuff on your computer anymore. You can store it in the cloud. But the cloud is above your head. That was the part that it's just typical Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
I had other stuff.
But Larry, the problem is right now, as we know, we've seen, momentum is everything in politics, absolutely everything. I don't see anything Republicans are doing to stop this momentum. Do you?
Thank
Debbie
you
is really getting
very
upset now.
much.
I'm not upset.
Debbie's like
I
she's
just rolled
bored.
my eyes.
Thank you.
She's so bored of this.
He's so right.
Listen, here's the deal, right? Unfortunately, more people care about the right to kill babies than they care about the right to kill Jews. So it is what it is. What are you going to do? We're going to have a disgusting world that we're going to be living in a few months if Harris wins.
And we do encourage you, what we always say to everybody, regardless to who, if Trump wins or Harris will win, be your own
What kinds of
economy.
noise again, man? Jim, we got to let you go because you're like, what kinds of noise?
Yeah, be your own economy and come to the money to the Money Hacks event.
Real quick, do you want to come to the Money Hacks event next week? Can you make it?
I I really can't, but I thank you for the offer.
You're welcome, man. I appreciate
Thank
you
you.
listening, and and don't blame me for the world's problems because they're not all my fault. Only some of them. All right, take care, man. By the way, it looks like Debbie has a fan now.
Yeah.
No, so
Debbie has a
I'm,
fan
I'm
now.
confused about this. So Mark, I would just check your spam. So I know that I remember your name and I remember doing this for you, and I was trying to look it up in our system, but I can't get it on my phone. But I will double check. But just check your spam to see if you got that.
So yeah,
that
so we
ticket.
so as you know we're on Facebook, we're on LinkedIn and Twitter. So somebody's text messaging us on Facebook now that Debbie never got the ticket to the event. So it's not a physical ticket, Mark. Just so you know, basically you're on the list, which means show up. So if you know where we are, just show up. You're on the list and you're fine. You know, nobody will ask you for your credit card at the door. So that might be a little confusion. So somebody else asked me this week, same thing. They asked me for a physical ticket, and we never set up a physical ticket. So we don't actually have a physical ticket. So there you go.
There we go.
Anyway, are you having fun, Deb?
You know, I needed help with that. I was reaching out to you yesterday because I
That's
needed
right.
help with the whole college student loan thing. So
Right.
we need to discuss that. So
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to talk about your kid's college loan because I think this is a really important conversation to have, especially now that we're going into September, where one or two other people might have a kid going to college.
yeah.
All right, I'm kidding. Well, there's only 7 listeners. We got 2 of them today, Rich and Jim.
We got 4 actually because we got Kim and Mark.
We
So
got
we're
some
good.
people online too. All right, so we're going to take a commercial break. We'll come back and we'll talk about this.
All right.
This is Larry Steinhouse with
Where?
You know,
Thank
we are
you.
having a full one-day event on August 17th. It's called the Money Hacks event. You want to come to this event and you will learn how to become your own bank, how to invest in real estate without any money. You will learn the stock market and you will learn how to build credit for cash-flowing assets. And so much more. It's a full day packed with information. Use the code 1210, that's 1210, to get a 50% discount on the ticket. Go to 4mmw.com, that's 4mmw.com, and register today. This is Larry Steinhouse with Investor Schooling. Do you know when the...
So, Larry, let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
It's now. It's...
I know that people can still hear us.
Yeah.
Yeah, people can hear us. You want me to mute it or no?
I know. No, it's fine. It's
Okay.
fine. I'm not going to say. So ever since I started doing this, I've always been taking people's address, too. Do you still want me to take their address?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I need it for
Yeah.
the.
Yeah,
I need it for the money
Yeah,
hacks.
there's no book,
To
yeah.
fill out the
Right
paperwork and
now,
also for
in
the book.
class
So
this
I
Thursday
still need
Oh,
it.
that's right. That's why I took that address. Okay. Yep.
with Investor Schooling. Are you ready for retirement? Have you prepared everything you need? Well, in Investor Schooling, we will teach you ways to better prepare for your retirement using real estate and the stock market. But you need to learn how to do it right. And that's what we teach. At Investor Schooling, we sell nothing but education. Come to Investor Schooling and learn how to have a better retirement. Go to investorschooling.com and RSVP right now for this Thursday's class at 7 o'clock. Go to investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com.
All right, we'll be coming back in 30 seconds unless you want a little more time.
Yeah, go a little bit longer.
Are
I'm
you
trying
prepared
to
for it? Well, listen,
find
at
something here.
investorschooling.com, we're going to...
What's that?
Yeah, give me a little bit longer.
You didn't...
Okay.
We're going to teach you strategies on how to use real estate. We're going to teach you strategies how to use the stock market properly. That's right. You can even make money in the stock market when the stock market goes down. Hey, go to investorschooling.com and register for a free class this Thursday night, and you will learn all of these techniques. Go to investorschooling.com right now. RSVP for this Thursday. We'll see you there. This is Larry Steinhouse with Investor Schooling. Don't go through life ignorant about how to become a millionaire. Learn how to invest in real estate, the stock market, precious metals, and learn from an expert. At Investor Schooling, we teach these things and more. We only provide education, and we will teach you how to leverage real estate, how to leverage the stock market, and how to leverage precious metals to make more money than you've ever made before. Go to investorschooling.com and take a complimentary class
What are you
this
doing?
Thursday.
Looking something
We'll
up.
see you there.
What's
Investorschooling.com.
I'm looking
That's
something up for my presentation.
investorschooling.com.
It's just taking forever.
This is Larry Steinhouse with Investor Schooling.
Okay.
You may know
Next-
me from my
we're good after
Money
this one.
Hacks. You may know me from my radio.
Okay.
Some of these commercials.
Yeah, I could sing a song or something if you want.
In fact, my favorite.
I'm just kidding.
So go to Investor Schooling.
All right, we're coming back in 15.
Awesome.
You never
Sure, Omri will sing if you ask him.
about
All
real
right, there
estate,
you go.
about the stock market.
He's actually starting to get a little
Pass out? He
mellow.
got real quiet. Did he pass out? Or
He's getting mellow. He's
sign
getting
up for a
very mellow.
company.
Guys, what do you want?
mellow?
You
get
said
mellow.
everybody hear us,
.com.
so I'm trying to stay quiet.
This program is paid for by Investor Schooling.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the Larry Steinhouse Show.
Live.
We are here. I'm here with my drunken co-host, Omri Morad, the drunken immigrant, and I'm also here with Dr. Deb Anderson, and we are talking about some important stuff today. So far, we talked about buying houses in your Roth IRA, which is a really great idea, so thanks for calling about that. I want to talk to you about student loans, and I think everybody who has a child going to school or a grandchild going to school and is taking out a student loan needs to listen to Dr. Deb's question, because I'm going to answer it, and I'm going to answer it in a way that you probably never even gave any thought to, and I think it's really, really important. All right, Deb, so tell me about the story.
Okay, so my kid goes to Penn State. She's going in for her third year. So
is she going to be a PhD too?
She was originally, and then she decided not to, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Cool.
it's kind of, it would have been cool to have two Dr. Andersons, though.
That
would have been
yeah.
Yeah, but I think she decided to just get her MFA, like her Master's of Fine
The
Arts.
world is not ready for two Dr.
I
Anderson.
know, right? Anyway, so, like I said, she
There
goes to-
actually, did you know that there's another Dr. Debbie Anderson? If you do a search on Dr.
Yeah, I
Debbie
know.
Anderson, there's another one?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, she makes more money than you, I think.
Okay, thank you.
But you have more assets than her, so it's okay.
Whatever. Okay. There's a whole story I can go for that, but I'm not even going to go into.
No, don't.
Anyway, all right. So
I derailed you twice now. Let's go.
it's all good. So like I said, my daughter goes to Penn State. She's going in for her junior year. So the first year we got a loan and we pay on it. You know, it's a principal and interest, and I
paid it from day one.
And I've been paying it since day one.
Okay, good for you. Perfect. That's
Okay.
exactly what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, and then year two, I said she's on her own. I'll still cover year one, but year two we also got a principal and interest loan, and she's paying that one.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
So now year three is coming up, and I said you're on your own. You got to pay for it. And then the question is, so she works at Wawa. She doesn't make a lot of money. You know, she works 30 hours or 40 hours a week, but I also make her cover her car. So
Are you co-signing the loan?
on her student
School loan?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. This is how it. Everything I'm about to tell you is very, very important. Okay. Couple of things. Number one. Okay, and I just want to use a simple number. Let's say a student takes out a $50,000 student loan.
Okay.
All right, let's say they take it out 6% interest, and then they go to college. The government says you don't have to pay anything on this loan for 4 years. Biggest mistake you can make. And the government doesn't even understand. It's funny, when you call up the government or when you call up the student loan company and say, hey, I want to start making my payments a month after I got this loan, which is exactly what you should do. You get a $50,000 loan, whatever the payments are, you want to make that payment the next month. And you want to continue to make those payments.
So you still have the interest over the 4 years.
Let me finish because I'm getting there.
That's what you're saying.
You're going to have deferred interest for 4 years. Now, if you have a $50,000 loan, you borrowed $50,000 and you don't make any payments for 4 years while you go to school. Why do they want you to not make any payments while you go to school? Because two reasons. One is because the poor kid, he should study and not. She should study. In this case, she should study and not have to worry about making payments and not have to worry about going to work. Well, that's a big mistake. You get out of school, the day you get out of school 4 years later, that $50,000 is now $62,000.
58.
62.
Wait.
Anyway, it's more. The point is that
Okay.
it's more. So let's get back to me, because I'm the one asking the question, and I'm the
Right.
one who actually needs help.
Right.
So we got year
Aw.
one that I'm paying,
Yeah,
year
so-
two that she's paying, and
Okay.
year three,
Right.
you know,
Here's the other thing, right? Here's the other thing that happens, right? You co-sign this loan.
I did because
Right.
she
You
didn't.
have
she
to,
wasn't.
right? You
yeah,
have to, because
she
this is how it
wasn't
works.
working. Yeah.
This is how student loans work. Student loans work where, hey, let's not only destroy the student, let's also destroy the student's parents. And that's really how student loans work. It's amazing to me that this is allowed. So we talk about student loan forgiveness and all the things that Biden said, well, I'm going to forgive student loans so I can buy votes. Whatever, I don't care what Biden says about this. I think student loan forgiveness should be real for one reason. All of these students were lied to, and they were all coerced into signing these student loans. That's my point. And I think student loans should be qualified just like any other student loan, just like any other loan. And if you don't have a job and your parents aren't co-signed, you can't get the student loan. And guess what happened to tuition?
It'll go
It
down.
will
Tuition
drop.
would drop
It'll force us
I
down.
tremendously
agree.
because
I
people
agree.
wouldn't be able to get guaranteed student loans. The word guaranteed, you know what guaranteed means? It means that the student loan is guaranteed by the government that you will get the loan. Also, you know what else it means? It means that it's guaranteed to be paid back to the government by the child. There's no way to get out of it. There are certain loan forgiveness if you become a teacher or a public servant. 10 years later, you get forgiveness. There's a couple other ones that are like, but but the rules are so hard that most people can't do it.
Every time you say forgiveness, it's like give me vibrations in. What do you mean forgiveness? It's for free?
Yeah.
Yes.
All of it?
Yeah.
Well, not in this point right now. What they're trying to do. So Biden tried to forgive $10,000 and $20,000 worth of your entire student loan. So if you still owed $50, you would have forgiven 10 of it, or 20, depending on the loan you had. So I was one of the very few Republicans who was for it, but I wasn't for it the way he was doing it. The way he was doing it was completely unconstitutional. I'm only for it because all these people were screwed. It's just wrong. Now, 10 people are going to call me right now and go, well, if you take out a loan, you should pay it back. I totally agree with that. But the problem is, the problem isn't that. The problem is how these loans were given. That's the problem. They were real. I mean, it's usury. The way
Irresponsibly.
Right. It was irresponsible. So let's go back to Debbie co-signing this loan.
So that's where I was going because I was going to interrupt you in a second. So back to me because I really need to.
I understand.
Get this
That's
answer.
okay. I get to, this
it's all about me today.
It's my show. I get to rant
I know it's
anytime I want.
the Larry Steinhouse
I get to rant
show.
anytime I want, okay?
All
So
right.
fine. So be that way. Yeah.
All right. Back to Dr. Deb. Come on.
And if you want to call about student loans, you could call in at
855-939-1137. We won't let Deb talk today because we will keep saying 855-939-1137. That's 855-939-1137.
Okay, so getting back to Dr. Deb.
Yeah.
So Dr. Deb co-signed this loan.
Yeah.
So your daughter comes to you and says, well, I can't make the payments. What are you going to do?
So I told her that year 2 she was on her own, and I told her year 3 she's on her own. So her compromise to me was, will you pick up my car payment and then I'll make the payment. So either way, I get screwed in the process.
I want to just talk about the one question I just asked you. She can't make the payment.
She can't make the payment.
She can't make the payment
for year 3.
Right. What would you do?
So I was either going to pay interest only and then defer the rest, like just because the options are I could do a full deferment, which I don't want to do. I could pay principal and interest payments, which I don't want to do, or I can pay the interest only and defer the rest, which is what I was leaning towards.
Okay, so either way, you're making a payment, right?
Either way, I'm making a payment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Smaller one if you do only
The best
interest.
thing you can do is make the full payment. Make the actual full payment. Now, check this out. If in the description I gave before, where somebody takes out a $50,000 loan, and I'm just using 6% as as an average interest rate, it may be higher now.
Yeah, you're
but
right.
Just
It's
using
62.
6%, right? It would be $62,000 after 4 years, right?
Yeah.
When they get out of school, their payment would be approximately $688 a month. The total interest and the total interest paid plus $12,000 deferred interest, or total amount of interest they're paying on that loan, would be over 10 years, would be $32,599.
So just to make it clear, you say that after the 4th year, you pay interest on 62,000 and not on 52,000, or not on 50,000.
You're paying payments on $62,000.
The
You owe
interest.
$62,000. You owe $12,000.
I know, but
right?
the interest after I start to pay on the first month after the 4th year, I'm paying interest over the 62.
Yes.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
That's the problem.
Of course. Wait,
Yeah.
it's actually worse because I didn't even calculate the fact that they make you catch up the interest before they even make any principal payments.
That's my point.
But let's forget about that for a minute because
Okay.
it's I can't even calculate it. The way they screw people is so uncalculable. Okay, but let's just talk about straight out. $62,000. They graduate school. They borrowed $50,000. They graduate school. They owe $62,000, and then they make payments over 10 years, and the 10-year payment will be $688.33 a month. Right now, when they're done with the loan, they paid $82,599. If you made the payment during school, so the very first month you make a payment, it would be $555.10. Your total interest paid over 10 years would be $16,612, or your total payments would be $66,612.
So what you're saying is that it's more likely for a student to be able to pay $500 a month than to pay how much was it? $700 a month after they graduated.
Well, the point is, this is where you have to convince the parents, listen, make the payments for your kids. Just make it. Even if they can't make it, make the payments for them. Because if not, you set them up for financial disaster. So listen to this, right? So if they make the payment now, because remember, one thing, you co-sign the loan. Your kid gets out of college and working at Dunkin' Donuts because they have a 4-year degree in advanced basket weaving. I didn't realize your kid is much smarter than advanced basket weaving. They would take super advanced basket weaving. Right? And they can't make their payment. Now you're making the payment anyway. Because you have to. If not, it ruins your credit too. So the payment after 4 years is $688. But if you make the payment now, it's $555, a difference of $133 a month. The total interest difference, if you paid it out, if you waited 4 years and deferred the interest and didn't make the payments, the total interest would be $32,599, or instead of $16,000. So you're paying $32,599 instead of $16,000, a difference of almost $16,000 as well. Your total payments difference again is $82,000 if you wait, or $66,000 if you do it now, and it's paid off 4 years earlier, isn't it? It's paid off 4 years earlier. Think about it.
Yeah.
Because if you started the loan 4 years earlier, you're paying it off 4 years earlier.
You're not paying the interest of the full amount.
Right.
Because you're doing you're doing principal and interest payment from the beginning.
Right.
So the principal is going down.
Right. So you have 10 years from the day you graduate college, or 10 years from the day that you start college, whatever you want to do. But if you make the payment with a true amortization schedule, you are going to save so much money, you're going to save so much hassle, and in the end, you're going to end up paying for it anyway. So you might as well pay the first 4 years, right? Just pay the first 4 years. Then when she gets out of school, and she can afford to pay some or all of it, let her take it over from there. If you don't pay this, if she doesn't pay this, your credit gets ruined.
Well, I
know you hate it when I give you reality.
No, the payments are getting made, but the point is that I don't want to pay year 3 and then year 4 is going to come up. So you got to understand, I'm still paying my student loans for my PhD.
See?
So
you see though, that's what I'm talking about.
So I'm trying to understand how much Penn State charged per year.
She's in state tuition. So we have access to $100,000 and we used around 50 of it so far. So we're going to end up using the other 50 for the other 2 years. So around 20,000.
So now you have to make the decision, right?
But you said it's separate loans.
Yeah, the way they do it now is when I went to school, you got a loan from the government.
Right.
Now you have to go to a bank and get it, and
it's backed by the government.
It's backed by the government, but it's actually through an actual bank.
Right.
So I go to the bank and say I was approved for $100,000, and that each year I go back and get more money for the next year's tuition, and they pay it right to the school. I don't get that money; it goes right to the school.
Okay, I get it.
Right. So, but I'm responsible for making the payments. So I have the first year coming out of my account. I have year 2 coming out of her account, and year 3 I want it to come out of her account, so she's paying for it. So, but I mean, like I said, I'm still paying a lot of money on my student loans, and they haven't gone down very much either in 10 years that I've been paying.
Yeah. So here's what you have to understand, right? It gets to a point where, can I afford to send my kid to college?
Well, that's okay. So for the record, when I decided to send my kids, and I didn't want them to go to college, I didn't want either one of them to go to college, I gave them when high school came up, I gave them the option to go to regular high school and required college, or I said go to tech high school and college is off the table. And both of my kids opted for tech college, tech high school. Tech school. So my oldest is a welder, and my youngest is a fine woodworker. And then halfway through tech school, the welder left. He retired. They got a new guy in who was so bad that he was actually fired within a year.
Wow.
But it changed her mindset on how much she hated welding now, that she didn't want to do it anymore, and she asked to go back to college. So what am I going to do, say, no, you can't go to college?
No, you could. So
no,
first
I'm
of
just
all,
saying
you can do anything you want, right?
No, I know, but I'm saying that's the situation.
That's a parenting question. Leave it.
Right.
Yeah, so I was,
I'm parenting questions are not for me. That's not true, but anyway. But here's the deal, right? So just think about this, though. Now, you have to decide. I mean, first of all, you paid for the tech school anyway, and you said you would do that.
No, tech school was free. It's a high school. It was tech high school.
Okay.
So I didn't pay for it. It was regular high school.
It's the Bucks County.
By the way, real quick, you want to hear something really quick?
What's that?
You said you didn't want to send your kids to college.
I did not want to send them to college.
And check it out. I'm going to tell you something. The reality is, check this out. The average week, so they say that college grads make more money, right?
No, I don't think they do.
No, I
Well,
completely don't think they do.
Hold on.
Well, I guess it
Let me give
depends.
you the numbers.
It depends.
They say that college grads make more money. Let's forget about the doctors and lawyers, but they say that college grads make more money.
What major?
Well, wait, just an average college kid, okay, comes out of school, he makes more money. Let me tell you what the average weekly earnings for a high school graduate were in 2019. The average weekly earnings for a high school graduate for a high school graduate was $679, and the average weekly earnings for a college grad was $798. A difference of $119 a week, right? But think about this. That's over 4 years, that's $476.
And the high school graduate, I
So
guess,
the high school graduate
is doing
per
what?
month
Selling
is
ice
making
cream.
almost $500 more a month. wait, that's a lot though. Well, I'm sorry, that's a lot. Making $500 more a month, a college graduate. However, how much are they paying in school loans? Remember?
Yeah, I know.
$688. So they're actually getting $476 a month, but they're actually behind $212 a month in disposable income. Now it gets worse, right? While the high school graduate was working, wasn't he advancing his skills most likely? So by the time his equal friend gets out of college 4 years later, this guy who started his job right after high school is now making much more money 4 years later than his friend that gets out 4 years later from college.
You know what you did right now, right?
I convinced you to not send your kid to college.
First of all, I know that, but you walk up a liberal that will call us any minute and will blame minimum wage.
Okay, so hold on.
That's not minimum wage numbers.
I know it's not minimum wage numbers. That's the point.
So I'm conflicted on this, and I'll tell you why. So clearly, I have a PhD, and the prices that I command an hour or a project are directly as a result of my PhD. I
understand. But as I said, if you're not a doctor and a lawyer, if you're not going to be a doctor and a lawyer, if you're going to be a doctor and a lawyer, you got to go to college. It's totally different. Totally different, okay? In your situation, it's totally different than the average person. I'm talking about the average person. The people who go to college are, I'm going to go to college because the world told me if I don't go to college, I'm not going to make any money. That's a mistake. Don't go to college.
Yeah, so I was excited for my girls not to go to college,
Right,
I was kind of disappointed when she wanted to go to college.
Yeah, I got it. Okay, so we have, is it Vivek? We got Vivek on the line. Vivek, what's going on, man?
Yes, Larry. My name is Vivek.
Yes.
And my son went to four-year college, Findlay University in Ohio, and it's $72,000 per year, and he was there for 4 years.
Wow!
And now he did graduate with a bachelor's degree in art appreciation. And
wait! Did you just say art appreciation? Wait, slow down, Vivek. I got to ask you a question.
Yeah, art.
He spent $72,000 a year in art appreciation. And
that included room and board.
No, it's okay. But how much money does somebody who studies art appreciation make when they graduate college?
I don't know. He was going to work at a thrift shop appraising art.
So he was going to make $16 an hour.
No, not that much. More like $8.
Come on.
For $72,000 a year.
Come on.
Yeah.
Okay.
But now he wants.
Can you do math?
Master's degree in.
Wait. Can you do math?
In international history.
In international history.
I mean, come on. The one thing that I was really very adamant with my kid when she went to college is like, you better pick a degree that you can make some money at. So Mark asked me, she was originally going to go in for engineering. She ended up having to switch to English. So she wants to be an English professor at a high school somewhere. And they make like $100,000 a year. I'm not thrilled, but whatever, it is what it is, right? But at least she'll be able to make some of her payments on her own, and she'll be able to make a living. But I mean, art appreciation or some of those other fields where you can't make any money at it, then why are you going to go to school for $70,000 a year for it? And that doesn't make any sense.
Now he wants to go back for master's degree.
That's great. How much of that are you paying for?
All of it.
No.
Wait, hold on.
Vivek.
Hold on. Vivek, I got a question for you.
Can I?
Do you make a lot of money?
I own 4 motels. You own and they make money. I don't make money.
Do you make enough money
to throw away
I would make your son pay for it.
$72,000 a year? Do you have make enough money to throw away $72,000 a year? Because you might, and if you do, fine.
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Okay, so then, so now my question.
Hotel would make more than that.
That's
yeah,
fabulous.
but you're not teaching your son anything
Well, that's
about
next,
money.
of course.
You're not teaching your son anything about responsibility. So
His SAT scores were high 1400.
So what? It's not going to help you in the job market. You can't go to somebody 5 years later
No,
and say,
he-
my SATs were 1400. Nobody's going to care.
We said we won't go to parenting, but we have to go to parenting, Vivek.
It doesn't matter. You're missing the point. It's like when you get out into a real job,
Here's the
they're
real
not going to
question.
ask you what your SAT
Wait,
scores
you
were.
ready for this? Here's the real question, Vivek. When is it your son or daughter? Son, right? Right.
Son.
This is my
So,
son,
your son
Johnny.
finishes. Your son finishes this art appreciation degree, whatever. Where's he going to live?
Right. Oh, he lives in one of my motels.
Okay.
Come on, you're not.
So, wait, hold on, Deb. That's not fair. This guy, he makes a lot of money. He has no problem throwing away $72,000 a year because he thinks it'll make his son love him more. It's fine.
I know,
It
but you're
doesn't
not
matter.
teaching your son anything about
Of
responsibility.
course, but it doesn't matter. This guy owns multi-million-dollar
So
hotels.
what?
I know, but this is the whole point. The whole point, the kid's going to grow up and say, Daddy, take care of me. Daddy, take care of me. Daddy, take care of me. There's nothing wrong with that in his life. I have a major problem with it in my life, but there's nothing wrong with his life. He could do that if he wants to. You're upset because... So you're upset probably either because you don't want to do that and you believe that it's the worst thing somebody could do, and I agree with you.
It's not
But
that you
it's
don't
not-
want.
Yeah.
You believe that there is a problem with this attitude. And Vivek, you need to understand, we are not doing our responsibility as parents if we won't make our kids be responsible for their own lives.
So the only thing Vivek has to worry about is when Vivek dies. When Vivek dies, if the son has not learned responsibility, his motels are all going to be burned down, and his son's going to have no money and be broke. But that's okay. That's his life. He's allowed to make those decisions.
Well, he and his three brothers will be heirs to the motels.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and not have any idea
So
anything
here's-
about money or how to do anything with it.
Yeah, but here's what's happening. He's sending his kid. He's sending his kid to college because it doesn't matter. He's basically saying, let the kid go have some fun in college and do what he wants and do art appreciation and whatever and learn how to.
Larry?
Yeah. Yeah.
He picked the school because they have horseback riding. He likes horses.
So why don't you buy him a horse? Why don't you buy him a horse? Buy him a stable and buy him a track. I mean, it's cheaper than $72,000 a year.
Vivek, 2 years ago, we had something weird in this world called COVID, and everything changes.
Yes.
Everything changed, and also the motel business stopped. I believe it also affected you, and people had less money.
No, most of our customers, we charge by the hour. Our customers pay by the hour.
Okay, so I'm.
Wait. Hold
just-
on.
No,
Wait,
no, no,
I
guys,
don't know if this
guys,
is real.
stop. Can we?
Wait. Is that accent even real? Because now we're going somewhere else.
It's a whole different discussion.
Yeah, really.
We do not have people going on vacation in luxury. We do not have hotels in Las Vegas.
My point is, we never know.
These are
My point, Vivek, is we never know what the world will bring, and we need to be prepared.
Okay.
You need to be prepared, and you need to make your kids prepare to what the world will bring, and it doesn't seem like you do.
So
let them be responsible.
I'm going to tell you something, Vivek. I'm on your side. Just so you know, I'm on your side, right?
Well, I'm totally
These guys are admonishing you as a parent. I personally think you're a terrible parent, also. But I also
I'm on your side,
but I also think you have the right to parent any way you want. So I don't have a problem with that. So just understand.
Thank you, Larry. Thank you.
So just understand, my view is different than theirs. So it's like the people who want to cut off their private parts and become a woman. I have no problem with that. Just don't indoctrinate my kids to do it too. You know what I mean? It's the same kind of thing.
My other three sons are all entrepreneurs. One has been to your Thursday night course.
Which one? What's his first name?
His name is Billy.
What's his name?
Billy?
Johnny is the one at the Finley, and Billy is the one who has started his own business, a carpet cleaning business, and very successfully.
Awesome.
It's a
That's
paid
fantastic.
truck now.
Well, I'm sure you need the carpet cleaning business if you're going to be renting hotel rooms by the hour.
Definitely.
The stain remover. The stain
I couldn't
remover.
resist. All right, look, we got to let you go. Vivek, you going to come by and see us next week? Come to the Money Hacks event? You want to come for free?
Oh, I would like to. Yes.
Or I could charge you by the hour. It's up to you. Yeah, that'd be great. All right, listen, I'll tell you what. Stay on the phone.
Glenn will get your information, and I'll
Stay on the phone.
But
Sweet Glenn will get your information.
maybe you and Sweet Glenn can have a good conversation about hourly revenue.
You don't understand my mind. I see things faster than you two. I was thinking about him stopping Hannah Kessler and going to Vivek with a checkbook. The hour is over. Putting
All right, Glenn, get his information, Glenn. If
Hey,
you don't
Vivek,
mind, get his information.
I got a question about renting rooms by the hour. Great. Does anybody actually need more than an hour?
Yes.
He's
If
like,
they
yes.
go over, they have to pay. They have to pay for 2 hours.
They have to pay for 2 hours. So, like, if they use an hour and 5 minutes, they got to pay for 2 hours?
Clearly, you haven't had.
Well,
No, I'm just messing around.
All right, I'm just saying. Clearly, you need some help in that department.
I'm messing around.
Come on now.
Vivek, so we'll see you next week. Glenn's going to take your information. I so appreciate this call. We've this 2 hour show is so much better than the 1 hour
So
show.
much
It's so much better. All right, thanks, buddy. And when you're done, your kid's done with art appreciation. Tell him to look at the Hunter Biden picture and let me know what he appreciates about it. All right, we got about 1 minute before we got to take a break.
So we went from motels by the hour to student loans.
What a great. By the way, we will teach you how to buy hotels
by the hour
with no money. So most likely, Vivek and I didn't ask him, but most likely Vivek got investors to lend him money or to invest with him in these by the hour hotels. I don't even want to go there with the investment thing. But anyway, real quick, I want to thank all the people who were listening for the last hour. This is our first hour. We'll be going into our second in a minute. However, I want to thank you all for listening. And also I want to thank, of course, Omri for hanging out with us, Dr. Deb, all the cool callers. And I want to thank Sweet Glenn. I'm so off on this. I want to thank Sweet Glenn. And don't forget to go to investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com. And you can take a complimentary this Thursday.
Not by the hour.
We'll see you on Thursday.
This program is paid for by Investor School.
Hold on, guys. I'm going to get his info.
Okay.
Oh my God.
I think it's her. By the way, I think it's her. It's not him. It's her.
Vivek, I believe.
Vivek, it's a French name for a woman.
No, it was a guy who was talking. I
Yeah,
got
that was great.
Relationships matter. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. When I set out to build our firm, it was built for greatness.
Okay, guys, 2 minutes to intro. I'm going to get this guy's info.
Yep, take your time, man. You got to run another commercial. Go ahead. So no big deal.
Today, Morgan & Morgan has more offices, more staff, and more lawyers
We know,
than
Kimmy.
any other
We know you can hear us during the
world.
break.
If you or anyone in your family has been injured,
What happens during the break is more fun than what goes on the radio.
call Morgan & Morgan for the people.
Debbie had to go and wash her hands. I think that's what she did.
ForThePeople.com for an office near you.
Feel like everything's clouded by doubt? Visit CaliforniaPsychics.com. Our psychics.
Oh wait, the California Psychics can tell you who to take to the room by the hour.
Is free. Experience the joy of certainty.
What happened today?
Snakes, zombies, public speaking.
Zombies, it's for you.
Zombies, yeah.
But the real danger is in your hand when you're behind the wheel. Distracted driving is what's really scary.
Oh my
and
goodness.
even deadly. Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the ad.
So Larry, I go every morning,
We got 1 minute left.
and after the baguette, I ask my kids what they want, and I buy them.
All right, I don't even know what you're talking about. Oh, you're making fun of the guy? Don't make fun of the guy. The guy's. I
I'm
like
not
the guy.
making fun of the guy.
I like the guy.
would have gone to waste and provides it to families and children in need. You can help kids in need in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and...
Can I do the intro?
Okay, no.
Ah.
Summer is here, which means pool days, beach trips, and yeah,
I have funny things to do.
traffic jams. Oh yeah, and heat waves. Don't let summer catch you by surprise. Get the local
Great
news
stuff.
you need, no matter what you're up to, with the free Odyssey app. And
No way, wash hands.
I can't hear you.
directly
Glad I
to
can
your
hear you.
phone. Listen today on
I can't hear
Oh,
you.
we can't hear you.
You're very low.
That's AUDACY.
This program is paid for by
Glad we
Investors
can't hear you
School,
at
and
all.
all opinions or statements expressed on the program are
No audio from you.
Yo, you are very low, Glenn.
Okay. Shh. Okay. Okay, go ahead.
From the Cherry Hill Volvos, relationships matter. Always live on the free Odyssey app. The Larry Steinhouse Show.
Live.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the Larry Steinhouse Show.
By
this
the
is our
hour.
second hour. Can I finish? This is our second hour.
By the hour.
By the hour, yes. I am currently broadcasting live from Investor Schooling headquarters right here in Bucks County, Pennsylvania.
By
I
the
am
hour.
Larry Steinhouse. And I am CEO. So the problem, Omri, is if this, you got to remember, this show gets cut into 2 half-hour sections, and everybody that listens on the half-hour section won't understand what you're doing. Okay, I do realize the first section was great, but we got to open the show like it's a new show.
They
okay?
will understand by the hour.
Well,
Don't
you
worry.
can explain it to them later.
I don't want to.
But we have 1 hour left, okay? And I don't want to charge, and they charge me a lot by the hour. So I need to make sure that you guys know that, I got to get through this intro because, I pay a lot for the hour and I want to make sure that, I get my satisfaction.
By the hour. Yeah.
You get your money's worth for the hour.
I want to
There
make
you
sure,
go.
yeah, of course.
There you
Right? All right, so I'm here to make... I can't even go there now. You ruined it for me. Thanks a lot. You ruined it for me.
Yeah.
Ruined it.
Go on.
Well, okay, all right. I have to do something here. All right, on this show, we discuss several ways of making more money. We concentrate.
Yeah.
Your financial
all right,
literacy, come on.
So
come
here's the
on.
deal, right? I one time said that this show is if you took Jim Cramer and took Howard Stern and blended them together, that's what this show is. What do you think of that? Is that perfect or what?
It is. I don't know who they are.
He doesn't know who they are. All right. Anyway, we're live on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and YouTube. Please leave us a comment, and you could call about anything at
855-939-1137. Now I'm charging by the hour, so I will say it again. That's 855-939-1137. Again, that's 855-939-1137.
Right, and you can call about anything. As a matter of fact, excuse me, if you call in today is...
Hand him a water.
What is today? Today is August 10th. Thank you. Today's August 10th, and if you call in today, we'll give you tickets to next week's Money Hacks event, which is August 17th. Tell them about what the Money Hacks event is while I take some water.
We're going to have Hannah Kessler there, who's going to talk to us about infinite banking policies and how you can become the bank. We are going to have a guy actually is flying in from Hawaii. He's going to talk to us about business credit. So I'm excited to see him again. He's fantastic. We have Joel Kraut, who will be talking to us about, he's a hard money lender. He'll talk to us a little bit about hard money lending. And we also have somebody else who's coming in all about mobile home parks, how to buy mobile home parks and how to buy mobile homes and make money on mobile homes.
Awesome.
Right.
All right, I do want to make a shout out to some people listening online. As you know, we're live on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and YouTube. Kimmy is out there. Kimmy is Omri's number one fan.
Omri's number one fan.
We had Nathan out there. We have Mark out there, which apparently is now Deb's new fan, number one fan.
That's all good.
Mark is actually leaving his phone number. He's saying on Facebook, he's saying, "Please call me, Dr. Deb."
There we go. See that?
Maybe you should call Vivek and find out where that hotel is.
I'm not so sure that's a great idea, but okay, sure.
Then we got Dennis saying hi. Who else is saying hi? We got Mark, and we got over there. Then we also have Mel saying hi, and Ed saying hi, Joe saying hi, and Patty saying hi. All right. So if you guys are online, please say hi so we know you're there.
Nate said hi, too, so don't forget Nate said hi.
I said Nate, didn't I?
No, I don't think you did.
I said Nate. Nate.
I want to say hi to Nate, that's all.
Nate.
All right.
Nate.
There we go.
Nate.
So Nate apparently is getting a lot of attention today.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Where are we? We were talking about hotels by the hour.
No, we talked about many things. We talked about actually IRAs. We talked about student loans today. And we need to talk again about the money hacks.
Yes.
That people need to come and change their life.
So we talked about on Thursday. We actually we started this last hour, and we got derailed by the callers. You said you had we had an excellent class on Thursday.
Yes, we
what
did.
did you like about the class on Thursday?
So the best thing for me, because I'm so close to you for so many years, is to see the impression of the people, the new people. And I, as you know, sit in the back running all the equipment. And
when you're not on your phone scrolling.
Yeah, no. When he's not doing everything else but running the equipment.
So I actually.
Hey, Omri, the screen's blank. Well, it is. Yeah, it's been that way for 5 minutes. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Did you say something?
I appreciate that. Thank you. So behind the curtain or the divider, there was a couple sitting there, and Philip and I don't know, and his mother, and
Right.
they were. Every time you said something about how to bring money from real estate investors, and they were blown away. And to see the people of that are new to the class and they heard those things for the first time, that's the best thing for me. I love those impressions.
Absolutely.
I love those. What? Yeah, guys, people don't know that because, as we said, no school teach what we teach here.
Yeah, when you come to investorschooling.com, you're going to get a lesson like you've never had before. I'm not talking about your father taking you out to the woodshed. I'm talking about the fact that you will learn the money. I don't know. Well, I just think, I'm going to give you a lesson. Go out to the woodshed. I don't know. That's what came to my head.
What?
That's so weird.
I know.
What was
it's just
that?
weird that came to my head. What can I tell you?
Okay. Yeah, that's just a lot of directions that can go into and not good ones.
Yeah, I only see bad ones.
Yeah, I don't see why that's a very odd thing to say.
It was an odd thing to say.
Okay.
I agree. As I said, I'm like, this is an odd thing to say. Debbie's probably going to interrupt me and say, okay. No. So go to investorschooling.com, and we won't take you out to the woodshed. We'll actually teach you something about money. Like, isn't it amazing how much stuff we teach about money? Like, people come in. Well, there was a woman. Let's not use her name though. There was a woman, and there was the funniest thing. She's like, we're half an hour into it, and she's got her arms folded, and you can tell.
She's the naysayer. She's like,
right,
you can't do that.
You can tell she's like really doesn't believe anything I'm saying, right? And all of a sudden I look at her, I go, I said, so you learn anything? She goes, no, I know all this stuff. And then I just started asking her, I said, did you know when I said this stuff, I said,
this Thursday?
Yeah, remember that?
Thursday,
There was somebody, fourth row.
She was there with her
And
son.
she was saying, I know all this stuff. I'm like,
Oh,
she
no.
didn't know any of it, of course. But the funny part was, I said, so you knew about, co-signing the loan. Don't co-sign a loan for your kid. Have your kid co-sign a loan for you. And she goes, it's a long story. And then she's like, no, I didn't know that. And I said, you knew how your credit score is calculated? No, I didn't know that. I mean, it was every question I answered, she didn't know. I said, okay, so you learned something.
Nobody know how the credit score calculated.
That's true.
Nobody knows. That's why people are so afraid that somebody will run their credit.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
they think that it will
not so
drop
bad.
their credit 150 points.
So somehow, in this hour and 10 minutes that we were into the show, I have not told you all the good news.
What's the good news?
So I am now sleeping with a great-grandmother.
Oh, congratulations.
Congratulations!
Yeah, the baby was born?
The baby was born. So I'm now sleeping with a great-grandmother, and the baby was born as a boy. Now, I also went this morning, I had to drive to my son's house for his baby reveal. Like, they do the gender reveal now,
Right,
which
right.
I think is such a weird thing. I mean, first of all, I want to know if they asked the baby if what the gender is before and got permission from the baby to give the gender out.
What is
Move
it?
on.
It's a party to say
They
what.
do a gender reveal where they say
Yeah.
it's a boy or a girl. In other words, my daughter-in-law is pregnant, and she's been pregnant for probably maybe 2 months-ish. And now they tell us what the baby's going to be, if it's going to be a boy or a girl. Yeah. So everybody has these gender reveal parties, etc., that kind of thing. It's kind of neat.
They provide food and drinks?
Yes.
I would go.
You weren't invited.
Okay.
So I have to tell you a really funny story about this gender reveal. So we pull up, Linda and I pull up, and we get out of the car, and my son comes out the door. He must have heard us pull up. He comes out, and he's wearing a blue shirt. And Julie's, I think he was wearing a blue shirt, or he was wearing a pink shirt, I'm not sure which, and Julie was wearing the opposite color, right?
Yeah.
Because it was like, it was kind of cute, to have them wearing the blue and, one wearing blue. And then, And I looked it up, and he goes, and he starts talking about Linda. And Linda starts saying, "Oh, look, you got the blue shirt on." So she makes notice of it. She goes, "Yeah, I have the blue shirt on, and Julie has the pink shirt on, and so inside, his other in-laws have the pink shirt on and blue shirt on." And I said, "That's great." And I looked at him, and I said, "I wore a black shirt in case you're not the father."
Ooh.
Oh, come on, that was hysterical.
That was not funny.
Oh,
No.
that's
No,
under the belt.
No,
He laughed?
He laughed hysterical.
He laughed?
He laughed hysterical. I bet you everybody just laughed. Everybody just laughed too.
And I'm pretty sure Linda didn't.
Yeah, well, Linda didn't.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk to Greg. He wants to talk about some scams. What's going on, Greg?
How's it going? I'm enjoying your show today, and your show, no matter what, something always different comes up every week.
I know. It's like, are we the best show ever or what?
Yes.
Move that thing out of the way so I can read what that says.
Today, like I said, today with the man with the hotel and stuff like that, you guys just can't stop laughing.
I know.
Yeah, right.
It was so good.
Right? It was great. Great stuff.
Now, maybe you can. I just got a letter from the IRS saying I owe money, right?
Right. Okay.
And I don't from taxes. My one friend, her aunt got a letter and said she owed $1,000 and found out it was bogus. Do you know
Right.
anything about them?
So here's the first thing, right?
Bogus tax things.
So it depends on what. Is it possible that you owe the IRS money? Yeah, it's certainly possible. I mean, does the letter look official, or looks like it came in some dopey envelope?
Well, see, the problem is I'm blind.
Oh, God.
I can't look at it. Okay. So I was gonna
Wait. Hold on 1 second. Then how do you know you got a letter?
And how do you know it's from the
Your
IRS?
brother read it to me.
Oh, okay. I was just saying, how do you know it's from the
How do you know it's from the IRS?
So the IRS should send letters in Braille.
To me.
What?
My older brother said that I should send it to him, and he could probably check it out on the computer.
So maybe he's
See if it's
scamming
real
you.
or not.
Yeah.
Maybe you never got a letter and they scamming you and they just read you a fake letter. You never know, right?
It was.
Why would my brother read me a fake letter to say?
Hey, look! It might have been a bill from Vivek.
Yeah.
It's a bill from the hotel that I didn't pay, right?
Yeah.
Listen,
exactly.
every letter you get from the IRS has a phone number. Every letter they have in the bottom line they have.
But be careful
for
because
every
the phone
question.
number. Don't forget.
Yeah.
The phone number could be fake, and somebody waiting for them to call and say, "Yeah, hi, this is the IRS." Actually, you know.
To this address, right?
Wait. Actually, if somebody answers and says, "Hi, it's the IRS," you know it's fake because it would be. You know why? It would be. Please put in your social security number. Please put in your social. Please, do you know who you want to talk to? Do you have a letter? Blah 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 blah. And 25 minutes later, you might actually get to talk to somebody.
You're gonna wait
so if
at
it takes
least
25,
an hour.
if it takes 25 minutes, it's real. If it takes 1 second, it's fake. But yeah, I mean, you'd have to look at the
I
letter.
can believe that.
How much did they say you owe? Here's the question.
$285.
Exactly $285. No pennies, right?
That's a red.
It's
No,
absolutely
just
fake.
$285.
It's absolutely fake.
No.
There's no way that you
Okay.
can owe $285 exactly. But
Okay.
I would still, just to make sure. But I'm pretty sure that that's what it is. And then the other thing they're going to say is, you ready? They're going to say you have to go to Costco and buy gift cards to pay the $250. Do not do that.
Yeah. Exactly. Costco owe us money. The IRS will tell you Costco owe us money.
Right.
Go to Costco.
Anybody listening, there's two things you don't do over the phone. You don't give somebody gift card numbers. Like they say, hey, you're going to cut off your internet unless you give us a gift card for Apple
Target.
or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Omri because he almost fell for that the first year he was here.
Correct, yeah.
Right? And the other one is if anybody asks for your
Credit card number.
no, your credit card number is yes and no. I mean, I'd rather not give my credit card number, but your banking info,
Oh, yeah.
your routing number, and your bank account. Never give your routing number and bank account over the phone to anybody ever, because unless you know exactly who they are, don't do that because that's a problem. If you have your credit card and you do a charge of $250, where somebody steals your money, most likely a credit card company is gonna reverse it.
Yeah. Yeah, well, but I can't give those because you can stick a credit card in front of me. I can't read the numbers.
So I tell you what I would
there you
do.
go.
Exactly. I would call or even call directly the IRS and say, I understand I got a letter. I'm blind. Can you explain to me what's the problem? and see if they even know what's the problem, because they should see it in the computer, regardless to what you see in the letter.
So first of all, have somebody look at the letter just to see if it even looks official. It's probably not. It's probably not. It sounds hokey to me.
Thanks, Larry. But I'll send it to my older brother because he's the one that did the taxes for me.
So here's another question for you.
So
here's a question for you. So have you always been blind, or just recent?
Did you ever hear of RP, retinitis pigmentosus?
I bet Deb did.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, sure.
I've there was something I was born with, and and I started having problems with it when I was in my 20s. I have limited vision. I have peripheral vision, which is very bad. You can stand in front of me. You can have a nude girl in front of me. I couldn't see it.
All right, so describe us. What do you think we look like?
I thought you were going somewhere else with that.
No, we know you don't know. We want to know how do you think how do we sound? Who is the black person in the room?
I don't think anybody. I say nobody.
The closest person to a black person would be Omri.
Yeah, exactly.
Because Israel's pretty close to Africa. Yeah. And if you say that, that's extremely racist. You know why?
That's where I was going to.
I know. I'm being funny.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing how people think, oh, only black people come from Africa. It's wrong. It's not true.
All right, let's get off that soapbox, please.
All right. I'm not Debbie. You know why Debbie's here, right? You know, Greg. You know why Debbie's here?
Because apparently I'm the only thing I'm good for is to keep everybody straight.
Supposed to get the show under control,
right?
Right,
exactly.
Yeah,
Right. So last week, did you listen last week when we went off on Israel? And
yes, she wasn't there. She says that if she was there, Debbie would have got the show under control.
Exactly. Right. Exactly. Right. I mean, as soon as this guy called last half. When he called about Mastriano, me like a Mastriano, and blamed me for Shapiro being elected, it was my fault.
It was
exactly. She was the first one to start laughing about the hotel.
Deb? I don't know. I that was pretty hysterical.
So it's exactly the opposite. Last week we had a person calling and blaming the SBA loans. You remember?
Yeah.
And said that all the financial disaster right now is because of the SBA loan.
Yeah. All right.
So everybody has their own interpretation about the situation right now.
Yeah. All right.
Well, if we do that, if the zombie apocalypse happens, right, everything goes back to zero, right?
It doesn't matter. If the zombie apocalypse happens, do you think you care about paying your loans off?
No, everything everything's
done. Everything goes to zero. I think I got more important things to do, like shooting the guy that's coming into my house. I don't care about that anymore. It's unfortunate, but we are going in that direction. Look, hopefully Trump gets elected, right? But here's the problem. Trump only delays the inevitable 4 more years.
And what's the inevitable?
The inevitable is, I mean, if you look at what's going on in this world, you see radical people taking over different areas, people killing other people. I mean, it's been insane. Where Iran's going to attack Israel. If Trump gets in, they may wait, but Iran's got plenty of patience. They'll wait until Trump's out. But Kamala gets in there. I mean, just imagine the conversation. Can you please stop bombing Israel?
Iran.
I mean, really?
Iran is a big country. Israel is a small country.
Oh God.
Exactly. Okay. I mean, oh man.
All right, so let's keep moving forward.
We're not allowed to talk about this now either?
No, I'm just saying this poor guy's on the phone. Why don't you give him a break?
How do you know he's poor?
Wait a minute, hold on.
How do you know he's poor?
The guy's got nothing else to do. That's why he's calling the show.
And he's not poor.
I didn't say. That's not what I meant.
He called the show because he's got nothing else to do.
No, don't go there.
He's one of our 7 listeners.
Exactly. I think we actually building our listenership now because we have 2 hours.
Yeah.
So we probably have 14.
You know what's the best about having 2 hours? We can start charging the listeners by the hour.
I know. We actually need to get some. We need to get some sponsors. Actually,
yeah, we need to get some sponsors.
All right, Greg, we're gonna kick your butt off the show. We appreciate you, man.
Thanks, guys. I hope you have a nice weekend. Try to get outside. I was outside and the humidity's down today. That's good.
Great.
Yeah. All right. Well, enjoy the sunshine, even though you can't see it, man.
So, Larry.
I can feel it, though.
All right, cool.
What do you do?
Take care, bud.
When the scammer call you.
What?
What do you do when the scammers call you?
When
I know the answer.
Oh, I have fun with the scammers.
I know.
I have so much fun. So people who don't know. By the way, just real quick for you guys for anybody who just tuned in and they're like, "What is going on here?" Right? This is the Larry Steinhouse Show. I am Larry Steinhouse. I am CEO of Investor Schooling, and what we do is we teach people financial education, and we do it with fun. We have a lot of fun doing this show.
Correct.
So if you want to go to Investor Schooling, that's investorschooling.com. You can take a free class and you can learn about all kinds of cool stuff that has to do with money. If somebody calls in and actually asks a question about money, we will.
You don't want to introduce us at all, like, because
he did.
He said, "Hey, this is the Larry Steinhouse Show. I'm Larry Steinhouse. I'm the CEO," but he kind of neglected to say anything about us.
I'm here with my co-host.
Okay.
What's the word I want to use to describe Debbie right now?
Wait, what? Last time it was a straight man. Remember you called
Not
me a
straight man. This
I know,
what you
that's
just
right.
showed. It's not a straight man attitude.
I said it on purpose.
Yeah.
Real quick, why don't you give the phone number so somebody else can call in and make us laugh?
That's 855-939-1137. Yes, it's 855-939-1137.
One more.
Okay. That's 855-939-1137.
All right. Are we having a good show tonight or what?
We do. It's so funny.
So if you call in today and you make us laugh like everybody else, you get a free ticket to the Money Hacks event next week. You don't have to even make us laugh. We'll make you laugh. So give us a call at 855-939-1137. I know. I didn't do as good as you.
You know the number. Okay.
Oh, man. We didn't. What?
No, it's funny that nobody knows the number. We go to class.
Knows the number? Listen, if you're listening right now and you know the number, dial it right now.
Exactly. That's what we want. Because apparently our students come to class and they said, "Hey, Omri said the number." I said, "No, you say the number. What's the number?" And they still don't know.
They don't know the number.
It's so insane. What do they do?
Most people don't even know how to say your name.
What do they do when I'm saying the number?
They walk up, they go, "Omari. Hi, Omari."
Didn't you post that on Facebook?
Thank you so much.
So that was
Thank you so much, Dr. Dev.
I saw that. I saw that. I'm like,
so the other day, of course, Omri calls me up and it.
No.
He was literally crying. He was in tears. He was so upset because it was the end of the day and he got a flat tire again. He got a flat tire and he was in Norristown and he calls me up. He says, "Larry, can you come to Norristown and get me? I got a flat tire." I'm like, "All right, no problem." I come to Norristown to get him. Blah blah blah, whatever, right? But so let's tell that story. Then I'll tell the story about Omari and why I posted Omari on the.
I saw that. I was wondering
right?
what was going on. Yeah.
So I go. He calls me up and he says, and I'm just about to get onto the turnpike, and I had to finish up here. I had an appointment with a student. I was finishing up. That took me half an hour to finish the appointment. I get in the car. He texts me the address of where he is. I start going. And then he goes, and I'm getting on the turnpike, and he calls me up, and he says, "I need you to go to it's my warehouse. He's storing stuff in my warehouse, and I need you to get the 20-inch rims for my Tesla that I have stored there for that I'm storing for him. I need you to get them for me before you come here because they don't have 22-inch tires, but they do have 20-inch tires."
Yeah. I'm
like, all right. So I get there, I turn around, I go there, I go get the rims. I come there, so it's like by the time he calls me, by the time I get to him, it was probably like almost 2 hours after he called me.
Oh, wow.
But I get there, and sure enough, because we had that whole thing about the tires a few months ago, the whole thread on tires
on the trip from Florida.
When we come up from Florida, and both the cars needed tires and blah blah blah. So I took a picture of Omri next to the car while the guy was changing the tires, and I dictated in my phone Omri's favorite place. So I took a picture of him with the tires, and I dictated to my phone Omri's favorite place.
Yeah.
And that was it. I just hit send, or I hit post, and I'm done. Next thing I know, I get a text message, like a response to it from somebody goes, and it says something about Omari, and then it's something else. I'm like, and then all of a sudden, Omri says, "It's not Omari, it's Omri." I'm looking at this going, I'm like, what are you guys talking about?
Should I tell you? Yeah.
So even Siri knows your name is Omari.
So I want to start something against scammers. I know what you do, that you play with them. How are you going to spend my time today?
How are you going to waste my time
scammers,
today?
okay.
Yeah, how are you going to
waste my time?
waste my time? So I tell you what I started to do. And I think everybody should do exactly the same thing.
Okay. So what Omri's talking about, is when you get those phone calls, and it's funny because you always hear, like, you go, hello, and it goes, whoop, and then you can hear right away, hi now, it's Mr. Steinhouse, and they come in some accent, whatever accent they're talking about. It's usually not an Israeli accent. It can
They
be a
don't
Russian
even
accent.
try to make it understandable. They don't even try.
Right.
It's insane to me.
Right. So and they just keep going. So as soon as I hear the boop, and they go, my name is blah, 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 I go, what would you like to waste my time with today?
Yeah.
And it's funny because some of them they completely ignore it and they start reading their pitch.
Yeah.
And then other people go, oh, it's not a waste of your time. For real, this is very, very important. And I always laugh when they say that because I know it's not.
Yeah.
But then I make fun of them the whole time until they finally hang up.
So what I started to do is I'm going through the call. Oh, yeah, I'm very happy you called. I actually very much wanted to hear about that.
It's another thing I do, too.
And I leave the phone on, and I go back to remove wallpapers. And if I hear them asking, oh, Mr. Morad? Oh, yeah, I'm here. Can you repeat that? I didn't understand. And go back to doing whatever I want.
Right.
Because, it's not by being bad here to people or naughty to other people. It became ridiculous that we get 3 or 4 of those calls every day that waste our times.
Oh, absolutely, and it's funny. This is the government
became ridiculous.
The government is trying to figure out how to make a do not call list for the last 20 years, and this is how they failed miserably at just a do not call list, and we want them to protect Israel.
Yeah, exactly.
Seriously?
I don't understand what's going on.
Yeah, exactly.
It's insane.
We used to get like 6 or 7 calls a day at the school, and then you put that.
Yeah, I put
in
it.
there.
So when you call,
bad.
so if you ever call the school directly, if you call our main number, which is 267-486-1500, the first thing you get is my voice that says, "If you are human, press 1."
Yeah.
Because if that's it. If they're an automatic caller, they don't know to press 1. It just moves, and we no longer get. I mean, we would get, especially at 5 and 6 o'clock.
We were getting.
We'd get 10 or 20 of them.
Yeah,
it was
really
ridiculous.
Bad. It was getting really bad.
So now we don't get them anymore. So it's great. All right, look. We went a whole half an hour without talking anything about financial.
We should.
Right, so I just want to actually respond to Dennis because he's asking a question. And Dennis was asking if the Money Hacks is virtual. So the answer is no, it is not virtual. You have to come in person for that. So Dennis, if you're interested, give us a call. I know we chatted the other day actually. So
I think he's in New England.
No, I think he's in. No, he told me. I want to say. Is he going to respond? I forget. He's not local. He's not local.
Right, I know
he's
that,
not
right.
local, yeah. But I don't remember where he's from, but he's not local.
Yeah. But that's okay, Dennis. When you become a student in Phoenix, that's what it was, right?
Phoenix.
That's very close to New England, right?
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
We have people that are flying from Hawaii to talk to you.
All right, I know.
Yeah.
So
anyway,
I think it's the minimum people can do.
So Dennis will become a student soon. I know. I talked to him the other day about it.
Amazing.
He's going to become a student. But just so you know, Dennis, even if you don't come to the Money Hacks event, all of the recordings will be in the back office for students. So once you become a student, you can actually be there, although you're not there. So it's kind of the same thing, but not the same thing.
Yeah.
All right. So. Where are we? What are we talking about? I just want to say real quick, a couple of people have joined us. Peter said, I want to say hello to Peter, and Mike have joined us online. And we got D in Philly. Let's talk about D. What's going on?
Hi, how are you guys?
Good. You enjoying the show today?
Yes, I always enjoy it when I can catch it.
All right, cool.
So,
great.
But my question is, as far as trusts go, if you have a property that's free and clear, and you put it in a trust, can you still take the equity out?
Yes, you can. So I have a question for you. Are you a student,
Sure.
or do you know about us already?
Yeah, I do know about you. You actually sent me an email the other day.
Okay, cool. No, the reason I asked is it's so odd that people that aren't our students know about putting a house in a trust, because it is one of the greatest things you could do for protection is put your house in a trust. And there's so many great advantages to it. And a question that's common is the question you asked, and that question is, can you get an equity loan in a trust? You absolutely can. Now, there's only certain banks that will do it, though. So just keep that in mind. And the funny part is, all banks will do it, but the banks don't know how to do it, so they just tell you they can't do it. So, for example, if you walked into Wells Fargo, say, "Hey, I have a property in a trust. I want to equity." Well, actually, Wells Fargo stopped doing equity loans a few years ago. But let's say they did, whatever. You walk in, you say, "Hey, I want an equity loan in a trust." They don't know how to do it. So, what do you think? What do you think they say? No, we don't do it.
No.
So just keep that in mind. I
Yeah.
will tell you that Univest is a good bank to do that. So if you want to do that, you can go to Univest. I don't have a contact there. We used to have a contact there, but I don't know if they still work there. But Univest Bank, it has about 13 branches between New Jersey and Pennsylvania, and they would be a good contact for that. All right.
Okay, good.
So what are you doing next week? You coming to our class?
Well, that's my birthday, so.
So? We'll have. Listen, we'll have. Wait a minute. Hold on.
That's the best gift you can have.
We'll have Omri sing you happy birthday.
And we'll buy you lunch in the process.
And we'll buy you lunch.
Oh, really?
Have we convinced you yet?
Wait, are you talking about Thursday?
No.
Or Saturday?
We're talking about Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah.
So you can come on Thursday.
Yeah, my birthday is Saturday.
There you go.
So come on Thursday.
So you can come on Thursday for sure, absolutely. And we'll still, if you want, we'll still have Omri sing a happy birthday.
There you go.
But okay, so go to investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com and sign up for Thursday's class.
Okay.
You don't sound convinced.
Right,
Did she sound like she's convinced?
No, not so much.
No,
not so much.
No. She just wants to call the show, get free information, and not take advantage of so much more information you get for free. Imagine you in 3 minutes. I answered your question, right? Go ahead, D.
Yes, you did.
Right? Imagine what you're going to learn in 2 hours.
Larry, I believe in you. I really do. Because trust me, if I didn't, I wouldn't be listening to you on the radio. I try to catch you as much as I can. So
All right.
I believe in you. I believe in what you do. I actually believe it. I believe it works.
All right. Will you come see me so we could verify that?
Okay.
All right.
You want me to come see you on Thursday?
I hope so. That'd be great. Matter of fact, I'd be so happy if you showed up. We'll even give you a free copy of my book, Money Hacks. How's that?
I think I have it.
Man, she already has the book. Well, we'll give you another one.
Yeah, I have the book.
So please go to investorschooling.com, hit the RSVP button, and we will be very happy to see you on Thursday.
Yes. All right. Thank you, Dee. We appreciate it.
All right, then. I'll see you Thursday.
You got
Thank
it. All right.
you so much.
All right.
Bye-bye.
There you go.
We have Danielle.
Daniel. Is it Danielle? Is it Daniel?
Danielle.
Danielle. You were talking about checking your balance on RIS.gov, right?
That's correct. So you can just go check your balance, and they have it all there for you, so you don't even have to call and wait online.
Good point. So you can go to IRS.gov and check it there, but he's blind, so he can't do it.
Yeah. That was like.
No, but somebody can help him. But I didn't know it's that easy. You can.
Yeah, it is.
You can.
Unless you made the mistake of doing what I did, which is signing up to something called Verify ID that the IRS has.
Oh yeah, I had.
What
that.
a disaster that is!
What is that?
Now you have to speak to somebody. You know, like they have second party authorization, multiple factor authorization, right?
Authenticator app and all
somehow
those.
I hit the button, signed up for it. I had to give them my social security card. I had to talk to somebody, and then I go back on the site about a week later. I have to talk to somebody, show them my social security card, and verify it's me in order for me to do anything on IRS.gov now. It's like, let's take something simple and make it so complicated that nobody wants to use it anymore.
No, I did the same thing.
So
would be better.
dumb. And you can't turn it off.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely ridiculous.
I was doing something on one of the Philly sites. Did you see? I think I posted it on Facebook. It was a little while back. I was doing something, and it said enter information here. It was on one of the Philadelphia websites. It was probably on the Eclipse or something, and it said enter information here. But
I didn't even say what the information you needed to enter was.
No, it was for the programmer to say enter information here.
Oh, that's funny.
So it was just kind of, and I
great.
posted it. It was kind of funny.
That's great. All right. Anyway, so Danielle, have you been to investor schooling yet?
No, I'm a real estate. I'm an agent and I'm a developer and an investor.
Wait,
So
are you?
I listen to you guys every Saturday.
Are you a developer and an agent, or are you a developer? Are you an agent that sells for a developer?
All of it. I've developed.
Cool.
This is like my third piece I'm doing right now, so I'm really excited over in Philadelphia. So
Cool.
yeah. So
Well,
I'm trying to
you
do it
definitely
all.
got to come to class then, and we want to meet you. We want to meet all the investors we can.
Well, one day. I'm just super busy with work right now. It's been a good time.
All
See,
right.
there you go. Well, we're here next week if you want to come for free. You want to come for free to the Money Hacks event?
Not just yet because I'm like so involved with the election and I'm trying to. There's a get out the vote, not get integrity vote, protect the vote, and so I'm involved in that where we're trying to make sure we have election integrity. So I'm becoming a poll watcher, and anybody can do it, by the way.
So I was going to ask you. I was going to ask you if you're.
Right now.
I was going to ask you if you're a Democrat or Republican, but as soon as you say that you
I'm
care,
a
I know you say as soon as you care about the vote, you're a Republican, right?
So-
the vote integrity, you're a Republican, right?
Can you explain what actually do you do?
Yeah, so I'm getting the training on it actually next week, so I don't have all the details, but it's Laura Trump. Laura Trump is the one kind of setting up the organization, and you just get on protectthevote.org, and you can sign up, and if we could just get so many more people involved, it would just be really fantastic. So you can be a poll watcher, or you can be a poll worker. So they picked me to be a poll worker, so I will find out what I'm supposed to do. I don't know just yet.
Hey, if you're a poll watcher or a poll worker, can you carry?
I don't know. That would be probably kind of fun.
I mean, interesting question, right?
I don't know.
I bet you can't. But anyway, all right. Well, hey, we'll keep up the good work, and congratulations on being so successful. And keep us safe out there with our voting. We appreciate that.
Please do.
All right.
As well. Thank you so much, guys, for all you guys do. Take care. Bye-bye.
Take care. We'll see you soon. All right. This is like an awesome day, isn't it?
I know.
Right? So for you guys, if anybody just turned on the show, this is the Larry Steinhouse Show, and I'm here with the drunken Omri immigrant, or the immigrant.
The drunken.
The Omri, the drunken immigrant.
Okay.
We have to get name tags for him that say Omri the immigrant. You
I know.
That's
true.
Yeah, we
did
that.
I was going to say I'm here with Dr. Deb, but you cut me off.
Oh, there you go. Go ahead. Talk
I'm
about
here
me.
with my other co-host,
Your
The
favorite.
awesome.
The favorite.
The awesome.
wonderful, beautiful Dr.
The
Deb.
one and only.
The one and only.
They don't like any attention to her.
I know. I like the wonderful, beautiful. I like that. You can say that again more often.
And if you have anything that you want to talk about that has to do with money, we still have plenty of time. Give us a call at
855-939-1137. That's 855-939-1137.
All right, let's do this. Let's take a quick break, and we'll come back, and we'll talk more about money.
Sure.
This is Larry Steinhouse of Investor Schooling.
You're clear.
Thank you.
One-day event on
How's my level?
Money Hacks.
Oh, now it's
perfect, yeah.
Event, and you will learn how.
I don't know what happened.
I don't have it either.
Some real estate.
So that guy who was
Gremlins.
I sent you that comment.
Yeah.
The guy said, I think he wants some advice what to do. I mean, obviously, I think the answer would be don't write physical checks, but
To get a 50%.
Oh, I bring it up. I thought he was actually. I thought it was kind of like he was just kind of giving information. Hung up.
Everything changed to bill pay.
He didn't want to go on air, but I think
Right.
he wanted you to
To
address
put
it for
information.
him, like
Yeah.
what to do.
It's now. It's now. You just need to learn how to buy.
I asked him to go on air. He didn't want to go on air.
Tom?
The other thing I would say is, and I think you know this already, Larry, is sometimes I feel like the callers, like they don't hear the S when you say investors schooling.
Oh.
I think or do you own both domains? Do you own investor schooling and plural and non-plural?
Investor
This is
schooling.
Larry Stein.
It's not plural.
No.
It's
It's not
investor
plural.
school. Yeah.
Yeah.
Investor
So
schooling.
you think it's double S?
It's only
No,
one
there's
S.
no double S.
Oh,
There's
it's
only one
it's
S.
only one S. Oh,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
How to do it.
yeah. Okay. Sorry.
That's
I
right.
thought- I actually
Now it's
thought it
even.
was plural. I actually thought it was.
Now it's actually even funnier that you said that because now I wonder how many people go to investors schooling.
Right now.
I was just thinking maybe you should look to buy that domain.
Yeah, I probably
do.
should.
Hang on.
Yeah.
That's investorschooling.com.
Yeah, they probably do.
Yeah.
Well, our ads here. I'm looking at the ads here in our computer. They say investors. They say investors school.
Investor
They don't
school. I
say-
know. It's a funny thing. That's the other thing, too. Everybody calls us investor
Existed.
school,
We
not
teach you
investor
strategies on how to
schooling,
use
which is
Right,
funny,
well,
too.
It's in here as both.
Yeah.
Some of the things in my computer say investors with an apostrophe.
No.
Some of it say it as though it's plural, investors schooling.
Well, they don't see. This is
.com right now.
I'm
RSVP
one of your
for
best
Thursday.
clients, and
We'll
they
see
can't
you
even
there.
get the name of my show right.
This is Larry Steinhouse with
And I guess they called me Omari too.
Your producer can't even get it.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Update the stock market, precious metals.
And we consider you a friend.
I know, right? Thank you.
Glenn, when you got to come back down. When are you
Only
coming back
provide
over?
education, and we will teach you.
As soon as I get through this drama with my family.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
You guys ready to come back?
We are ready to come back.
All right, here we go. Thank you.
This Thursday, we will see you there. InvestorSchooling.com. That's InvestorSchooling.com.
Let's talk real estate.
This program is paid for by Investor Schooling.
You put me to sleep. Welcome back to Investor Schooling. Wait, it's not Investor Schooling. It's Larry Steinhouse. It's the Larry Steinhouse Show. You got me all confused now. Welcome back to the Larry Steinhouse Show.
The
And
music,
the name
it's
of our
not
company
me.
is Investor Schooling. Not Investors Schooling. Not Investors School. Not Investor School. It's Investor Schooling.com.
Correct.
Right. And it's so funny. We just had a whole conversation off the air. If you guys were on Facebook, you heard it. But we had a whole conversation off the air about how nobody knows how to say the name of our company right. It's InvestorSchooling.com. How's that? Is that better?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm Larry Steinhouse. I am the CEO of Investor Schooling.
Investor
Schooling. OR. Investor Schooling. And I'm here with Omri, the immigrant.
The immigrant.
By now you're probably sobered up, right?
I know what you want from me, honestly.
So about an hour and a half ago, we started. We have a 2-hour program. And
let's see how much. Yeah, let's see how much it will be now.
And it was about 2 hours ago that Omri drank
3 liters, 4 liters. Yeah,
3/4 of a bottle of
a gallon. Yeah, let's go. Come on, it will keep going. So can we talk about real estate, because we are a real estate show?
And I'm also here with my other co-host, Dr. Deb Anderson. Go ahead, Omri. What do you want to talk about?
So I actually sent you a message yesterday about one of our joint tenants. If people don't know, me and Larry actually own a mobile home park in partnership in Ruskin, Florida. And one of the things that we are dealing with, especially in those months, are people complaining about their AC.
Yeah.
And one of our tenants in Florida decided that his AC should work overtime by cooling sections that don't need to be cooled.
What?
And then he
You're
complained.
making this very difficult because it's very hard to explain.
I
what
will
you're trying to
explain
do.
it in a second. And then he complained about his electric bills.
Right.
And yesterday I had a very difficult call with him.
Okay, Omri, you have to remember.
I will. Let me go.
You're not just talking to me.
Let me go.
You're talking to an entire audience of at least 8 people.
And then I had a very difficult call with him about the fact that he's late on his rent, regardless to the problem and who is responsible for the problem. And that's what I want to talk about. Put this story aside.
We're about a minute and a half into your.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I want to talk about the fact that tenants use problems many times as an excuse
to not pay rent,
especially when they are late on rent.
Let's talk about that. That
so
makes more sense.
I'm in this position. I'm in this position right now with our joint tenant, by the way.
Okay. So hold on.
Who did a favor to me by transferring me some of the money yesterday.
Okay. Stop.
Okay.
All right. I want to catch everybody up. Okay. What happens, and what Omri's talking about, is when 2 things happen. When I've noticed that when we raise rents, it doesn't matter. When I raise rents, all of a sudden you get, oh yeah, no problem, I'll pay that extra rent. However, did you know
it's not
for the last 3 years?
By the way,
for the last 3 years. Our toilet doesn't run right, and our cabinet knobs fell off. And well, wait a minute, why did you tell me that 3 years ago?
I know.
But okay, fine, I'll go take care of that. So when you raise rent, you're going to get the pushback, which is, but I want my house to look better. Then you have the other one, which is this one, which is you have some people who are late on their rent, and when they're late on their rent, and you call them out on it, and say, hey, look, the rent's due on the 1st, on the 2nd it's late, on the 5th it's $150 late fee, and when they have to pay the late fee, they all of a sudden go, hey, there's something broken in the house.
Which is okay.
And I always say, that's fine, I'll take care of it, but make sure you pay the rent today.
I agree. And the problem with that, I think, is that people are afraid to complain because they think that if they will complain, you will increase the rent. And when you increase the rent, regardless to if there was
They
a
complain
problem
anyway.
or there wasn't a problem,
Right.
they said, okay, so he already increased the rent. So why am I dealing with those problems? I will complain. And I think that's the problem and that's the attitude. And I want to tell you something as a tenant and as a landlord, because as you know, I'm a tenant myself. I believe on keeping the property in best shape at
course,
any
absolutely.
time.
Yes.
If a person arrived to a point that he give me a list, a tenant give me a list and said, this is broken and this is broken and this is broken and this is broken, what as a landlord I assume he don't take good care of the house. And the same thing I do in my own house. And that's something that I still that still amazes me every time we increase rent like you just mentioned, or every time a tenant can pay on time. By the way,
Okay,
yeah.
Army.
Yes.
What would you like to discuss about this that we haven't already discussed about it?
We actually just discussed it. I want to know what's your observation about that. But I think you did.
What is your question? Let's put it that way.
I'm just aggravated about this whole situation. Let's go to Chris in Downington because it seems more important than me.
What's
Hey
going on,
Chris,
Chris?
how are you?
How's it going, guys?
Good. We'll charge you by the hour.
I'm
go
so
to
glad
your
you
question.
called because you know Army was just ranting and
I was gonna say, he was just
talking about
rambling.
nothing
Are we-
important.
Yeah, right. Nothing important.
Hopefully you will talk about something important. So what can we help you with?
Yeah, I'll try and break up the monotony a little bit, but I have a little dilemma here, and I've been curious about your school, and if you can help me solve this dilemma, I would definitely love to join the school and find out some more information. So,
Well, quick, break this dilemma
here's
down
my
because
situation.
we want a new student who we want to have to solve his dilemma for. But if you have a little dilemma, you might want to talk to Vivek at his motel.
That's exactly what I said. You will solve my problem and I will join the school. You will solve my problem and I will pay you the rent on time. Chris,
Okay, what's
don't
your
annoy
question,
us.
Chris? What's your question?
Yeah, go ahead.
So my first home I purchased was a duplex. I lived in one unit and rented out the other.
Fabulous.
Saved some money up and purchased a new primary residence. And now I'm currently renting out both units in the duplex.
Great.
I'm in a single-family home now. I want to purchase a larger single-family home.
Great.
I want to sell the duplex because I need that equity to purchase the larger.
All right, you ready?
No.
Watch this. You
Absolutely
see?
no.
Before I even had a chance to say it, Debbie already had the answer.
No.
Never sell your property.
No, don't do it.
I want to be able to get the funds to get the larger property.
Yes. So great. Let's go through the math room, okay? Let's go through the math with them. All right. What'd you pay for this property?
Duplex. How much?
305.
What's it worth now?
430.
Okay.
Okay. So you got about 120,000 in capital gains.
How much do you get in rent every
Well,
month?
slow down. You're in the wrong place. Pay attention to the conversation,
I
not
am.
your phone. Okay. Just be quiet.
Okay.
Okay. Unbelievable. Okay. So you have about $120,000 in capital gains, right? How much money do you need to buy a new house?
It's like a $900,000 house, so I'm trying to put as much down so I don't have to pay PMI.
Right. So you're selling the house you're living in as well, right?
No, I was going to keep that as the new investment.
Okay. So wait. So you're going to try to get $120,000 out of this house, which, by the way, you're going to pay about 20% capital gains on $120,000, which is about $25,000, right? So why not do this? Why not get an equity line of credit on that building?
Duplex.
Take out about $80,000 out of that building, which is about what you're going to get after taxes anyway. And now what you have is you have your $80,000 to go put down on the other property, and you still own the property. The property still goes up in equity, and guess who pays for the $80,000 that you took out?
Tenants.
That's correct.
Right?
Yeah.
How much they
correct.
pay?
Hold on. You understand the difference?
Right now, yeah. I mean, right now, my mortgage is $1,700 a month on it. I get $2,200 in rent total.
Right. So you're going to cover. You're probably going to cover almost all of the $80,000 that you pull out, and whatever you pull out doesn't matter. You're going to cover almost all of it. And even if it costs you $100 a month, it doesn't matter. You still have the property. The property you can increase the rents on the property. You get equity in that property that builds every year, and now you have a legacy.
instead of throwing it away, basically. So, since I just solved your problem, I expect you here this Thursday night.
Well, if it's this Thursday night, I got to check with boss first.
You have to check with the boss first.
I got a boss.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me get this
The
straight.
boss?
Wait, let me get this straight, okay? So, did you have to check with your boss before you decided you wanted to sell the duplex?
This has been an ongoing conversation.
So, all right. So now let's get into the real heart of the matter. Does your boss or wife, in other words,
It's wife.
enjoy you
The
having?
one that wants the bigger home.
Yeah, but does she like the fact that you have a duplex?
Not really.
Oh, I'm always right, aren't I? It's amazing. I'm always right.
Why? Why she don't like it?
Why she don't like it?
Let him answer.
I don't want to deal
wait,
with the tenants. Go ahead.
Why she don't like it? It takes too much of your time?
Because I independently manage. I don't have a property management company.
So?
You know.
So it takes too much of your time?
So, does your wife work?
Yes.
Okay. Does she make as much money as you or more than you?
Not as much.
So in other words, the only way she could buy a $900,000 property that you guys want to move into is because you make a lot of money, right?
Why are you guys looking at me?
We give marriage advice
shush,
now.
Shush. So this is what you need to do. You need to look her in the face and you need to say, hey, are you enjoying the fruits of my labor? If you are, then trust me. If not, go find another place to live.
Okay, I don't really think that's the way to do it. I really think that maybe you should sit down and have
Larry,
a conversation.
Larry, don't.
Stop
That's
it.
not
Chris,
what Larry
stop.
mean. Yeah, that's
Chris,
not
have
what
a
Larry
conversation
mean.
with her and explain to her why this is a better choice, and you have to explain it to her because maybe she doesn't understand it. And don't be like, she's the boss, because as a woman and as a dominant one in my marriage, I really don't like being referred to her that way. Or
You just
me
said
that
you
way.
are a dominant.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean I'm. Stop it.
You just said that.
No, yes, but I mean it doesn't mean that I don't. Stop it. You're
Who is the boss of your house?
This is the best show we ever had.
Who is the boss of your house?
Stop it. Like, I think that we both are, but everybody seems to think that I'm the boss in the house.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
you are.
My point is that maybe she doesn't understand it, and you need to explain it to her so that it makes sense. Okay, so explain it to her like on a whiteboard or like using, just talk to her about it and show it to her on a piece of paper so she can see why, keeping the duplex and taking a HELOC on it is more beneficial than selling this property. But it's not like she's the boss. Don't do that, because that, as a woman, I'm telling you, women don't like that.
Using the term
I said I had
whiteboard.
to check for the school.
No.
For the school, because I got my.
Using the
Wait,
term
hold on.
whiteboard doesn't
Can I hear
make
what
you-
he had to say?
Yeah.
Say it again, please, Chris.
No. I'm just saying, because it's making arrangements for my son.
Making arrangements for your son for.
But either way, I understand where you're coming from the equity point of view.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean,
And then buy another one, and then buy another one. Don't even sell the primary residence you're living in right now. Keep that too.
Yeah, keep that as a.
Have you ever took advantage of your FHA
Never
loan?
sell a property, ever. Never sell a property. Keep it forever. All right.
You guys, okay, so then you avoid capital gains.
No, you avoid capital gains, and you continue making money.
Right, because once you sell that property, you're not going to make any money on it anymore. Okay, so the whole idea is that this way you keep making money, you keep building your, you keep building equity, but you also keep building your, what's the word I'm looking for? Your
Portfolio, your legacy,
portfolio,
your,
all
whatever.
that stuff,
You're
you're increasing the
Net
value
worth.
of your net worth.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking
The
for.
only reason to sell a property if you see no way to make money off it, and there is, I don't think there is a possibility here. Everything you say until this point, it seems like from each one of the property you mentioned, you can make money off.
Do you know that Omri, besides the school, and none of us nobody believes us, but none of us get paid. But Omri, his entire life that he makes money on is off investment properties.
Yeah.
He doesn't work anymore. He used to be a really great IT guy from Israel, almost a cliche. And, and now he's like funny. He doesn't even know how to turn a computer on anymore.
Mm-hmm. So I do exactly what you do. I deal with tenants. And when you learn how to do that.
Go ahead.
What time on Thursdays and where? About?
All right, go
So
to
that's some good information for your listeners.
All right, go to investorschooling.com. By the way, what are you doing next Saturday?
Work.
Okay, so come Thursday. Go to investorschooling.com this Thursday, 7 o'clock. I expect to see you because you promised me that you're going to become a student. I'm not even going to hold you that. I'm going to hold you to being here Thursday as that promise that you made when we started this conversation. So you're going to go to investorschooling.com and you're going to sign up for class. And if I don't see you, I'm going to find you. You know that our radio works both ways. we know where you are right now.
Okay, I'll look at the location. I'll hop online right now.
Amazing. We'll be very happy
You got
to
it.
see
We're
you.
looking forward to seeing you in person. Take care, man. Thanks so much.
Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.
You got it. All right.
I just want to say the fact that when we talked about talking in person with the wife and you used the whiteboard doesn't make you sound the boss at all. At all. I always use a whiteboard when I'm talking with my wife.
Right,
Ma'am, look at here. Wait,
right.
where's the green marker? Come on. You are the boss. Acknowledge that.
No, what I'm saying is that he needs to explain it in a way that she can understand it.
Okay.
Okay, and you learn, talking might not understand it, but if he shows it visually, she might understand it.
So he should make a presentation.
He should start the conversation like this. Listen, honey, I'm going to explain this in a way that even you can understand it.
You guys are such smart.
My love, I made a presentation for you. Can we watch it?
Stop.
I'm
just saying that,
we lost like 10 we lost like 10 listeners today.
I know, right? What are you going to do? Actually, we probably got more listeners than we ever had.
I believe so. I truly believe
Timmy
so.
wants us to have 3 hours now. Look at that. See, I told you guys. Right? Wasn't it funny when we first did the first show with 2 hours? Like, oh my goodness, what are we going to say? What are we talking about?
No.
And now the show's almost over, and we're wishing we had another hour.
We got, on the table right now, we got the best thing, which is talking to people with no pressure. Now we can talk to people, we can listen to their problems,
exactly.
we can take their observation.
Right. We don't have to worry about
great.
it. Exactly.
It's great.
Here's the only thing we did the whole 2 hours is we didn't say hi to Glenn.
I know.
So say hi to
Glenn.
Say hi to Glenn.
Hey Glenn.
Hey there. What's up?
Good. How are you?
Glenn, is your girlfriend the boss in your house?
I'd have to check with her before I answer.
That's great. I love it. That's great.
It's an equal.
Oh yeah, equal. That's the funniest thing I ever heard. Where are we having equal marriage? Yeah, okay. You're the one who wears the dress, as the saying goes. What? I'm sorry, you wear the pants in your family, as the saying goes. The funny part is that saying is so insulting now. It's so insulting because men and women wear pants. I'm done. All right,
I'm going to save you right now, Larry. You know how I'm going to save you?
How?
Say it.
Okay! All right. I want to thank everybody for listening to the show today. We had a great time today, so we want to thank all the callers for calling in. You guys made the show as excellent as it was. Of course, I want to thank the amazing, sweet Glenn Page for being our producer today and taking great care of us. Thank you, Omri, for coming. And, of course, Dr. Deb for coming. You guys are always awesome co-hosts. This is the Larry Steinhouse Show. And if you'd like, you can go to investorschooling.com.
Investor.
That's investorschooling.com. You can take a class this Thursday. Take care.
Bye-bye.
That's what it's paid for.
That was fun.
Thanks.